Okay. Just wait for this to say I'm live. I'm live! Right. Hello there, stream, and hello there, YouTube. I am gonna continue my Phoenix Wright series, and we're going to the second game of the Ace Attorney Miles Edgeworth. Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth Prosecutor's Path. We're on the second one now. But yeah. I can't wait for this because it's been a minute. We took a nice break from, from the Phoenix Wright games. We did the first 3 games, and we did the first Ace Attorney one. Now we're on the second one. And then after this is Apollo Justice, I believe. But yeah, let's just get right into it. Yeah. So since I have a new monitor and PC for everything, you can see that the bottom and the top line are like kind of showing a bit there. I'm still kind of working out how I want to fix up the screen and stuff, but this looks a little bit nicer still, and everything like that, compared to the last time we did this. But yeah, but let's get started. Oh, I don't even know if the volume's popping out when I do this. Hold up. Okay, there you go. But it's a little bit loud. Let me just... There you go. Hopefully the volume sounds okay with that. So please, your audience awaits. I have not been rating, so my bad. My dear friends, there is a reason my visit a few days ago. A smuggling ring that has long plagued my... Oh my god, it's going in. It was possible thanks to our country's prosecutor's office. Sounds good? Alright. From the bottom of my heart, I convey onto them my utmost gratitude. However, the battle is still not over. I declare here and now, the hammer of justice shall be brought down upon all evil. An assassination. Ow! Hurry, contact the prosecutor's office. We need that man. That boy? Miles Richard, if there's anyone who can solve the case, it's him. Ooh, look at Miles looking all spiffy. I like him with the vest. The fucking vest, long sleeve button-up shirt. Ooh, looking good. This game is running smooth. Compare this game to the last time we played for the first game. Ooh, oh, smooth. Oh, it's so smooth. Was that a sneeze? No, it was just eek, but like my way of doing eek. March 25th, 2:46 p.m. Ground Lake Park audience area. You see my mouse here now. Word of this must have reached every corner of the world by now. I like this theme so far. Assassination attempt on the president of the Republic of Zhangfa. That sounded like a Bart? Meh. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor. I was asked to investigate this grave incident, but upon my arrival... Mr. Edgeworth! What's up? We've been waiting for you, sir. This man is Dick Gumshoe, a detective with the local precinct who assists me on all cases under my jurisdiction. What is the president's current condition? Oh, this fucking theme goes in. I'm still not sure, sir. The paramedics just entered his plane a few months ago. I see. Hope it's nothing too serious. Very well, detective. Please show me around the crime scene. What is that, sir? Hey, mister, just a minute, I'm begging you. What's this? Mister, you're the prosecutor in charge around these parts, right? Can I ask you a little something real quick? Sorry, I noticed like this weird like flicker, and I'm just like, what was that? Alright. I'm afraid I must refrain from commenting for now. Let's go, detective. Hey, wait, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, wait for me, sir. Now then, detective. Here to fill me in on the details. That man, Brolic. Basically, the whole thing happened here in Ground Lake Park. It was a big welcoming event for the President of the Republic of Zhangfa. #1, baby! That's what it looks like. Check just #1! President of Zhangfa, Di Junhong. As I recall, newspapers and news programs were making quite a deal over his visit. It rained a bit, but it stopped just before his plane landed. He came out, and all of a sudden, in the middle of his speech, bang, a gunshot. At least, I think it was. You think? Truth is, I just got here as well, so I don't know all the details, sir. So you were also called here on short notice. Yep. Today was supposed to be my day off. And I was supposed to be at the High Prosecutor's office preparing a case for trial. The Chief Prosecutor asked for you personally, sir. The Chief Prosecutor? The Chief Prosecutor was taking part in the welcoming event. Apparently, the Chief called out right after the incident occurred. Call Call Prosecutor Edgeworth. He's the only one who can solve this case, he said. I see. And that's what happened. After the incident, we sealed off the park right away. Which means the assassin is still in the park. An assassin in this crowd. This could get dangerous. If there's another incident, these civilians could get in harm's way. There's a race against time. Let's begin the investigation. First, we investigate the crime scene and gather some information. Precisely. There's no mistaking it. The president was targeted with the gun. Ooh, the logic is back. This is something I'll have to keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe. Where was security at the time of the gunfire? Police were only in charge of guarding the park's perimeter. The president was being protected by his own personal bodyguards. It's those guys over there. Why don't you try talking to them, sir? Talk to someone. Press A button while standing near them. What's my A button for, like, keyboard? Wait, I think I can play with my controller. Hold up. Yeah. We can do it with the controller. And then when we need to do something on the bottom screen, we'll just use the mouse. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. The bodyguards aren't over there. Yes, I know. Press the A button. Yeah. Just walking around and trying to fill out my thing. I'm sorry. This right here, the fluency of this feels nice compared to what we played on on the previous computer. What do you want? You are the president's bodyguards, correct? What was the president's security detail like during the speech? The president had his 2 best men by his side. The rest were stationed near the stage area. We were professionals. We constantly kept our eyes on the crowd, scanning for any signs of suspicious activity. I see. In other words, security was flawless during the president's speech. It used to be framey. It was framey. Your A button on your keyboard is the letter A. Thank you. They tell it's better. Let's keep going. We should talk to other people and examine anything suspicious. In order to collect the remaining pieces of information from the scene of the crime... I see. So that's how you round up your info. So what do you do with all that info after it's squared away? Someone in the crowd is making quite a ruckus. But I don't have time for that now. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor! Tell me how, please! After gathering some pieces of information, you try to find the connections between them. Detective! Hey now, don't be such a stick in the mud. Wasn't this about finding connections? You connect the two pieces of information that share a link. That's Mr. Edgeworth's specialty. It's called logic, pal. Press the L button to use logic and then the X button to connect my thoughts. I should start by pressing the L button. Ooh, look how smooth that was too. Even under such tight security, the president was fired at during the speech. Security was flawless. Any suspicious people would have noticed. We love the fluentness. Someone was able to fire a gun under flawless security, and they were able to avoid being spotted by professional bodyguards. This is no easy task. There had to be a certain amount of preparation beforehand. Hold up, I just saw something weird. Okay, so it's just on my screen it's acting weird, which is not ideal, but whatever. President was targeted during a speech. This was likely premeditated crime. I expected nothing less from Mr. Edgeworth. What brilliant logic, sir. It wasn't only just framey, the music also came out framey. Yes, well, when you follow the facts and find a connection, you will begin to see the truth. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray farther from the truth. But I think carefully before piecing the leads together. The logic should flow. Begin investigation. Okay, let's start by examining everything we can. Examine. I approach anything that looks suspicious and press the A button. And if I want to consult with Gumshoe, I press the Y button. This is... Yeah, I was surprised too. No matter how you look at it, it's definitely... the Steel Samurai. Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai, warrior of the Neo-Old Tokyo. A hero from a popular TV program. Popular with both children and adults. It has broad appeal. Why would they use a Steel Samurai balloon at the welcoming event, sir? Perhaps he was chosen as a hero to represent our country. I'll rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Let's see. Poor Steel Samurai balloon, it looks so miserable. Indeed, what did it do to deserve such a fate? According to the witnesses, a gunshot was heard when the balloon popped. Did a bullet from the gun hit Steel Samurai balloon? Alright. I see a hole in the... what's it called? The flag. Maybe it was an assassination attempt on the Steel Samurai. To desecrate the Steel Samurai like this. To desecrate the Steel Samurai like this. This is a serious crime. Detective, you must not let this reprehensible assassin get away with this. Of course, sir. Got this little hole right here. It's the flag of the Republic of Jang-Fa. Its symbol appears to be a phoenix motif. This is... What is this, sir? Have you noticed? There's an unusual spot on this flag. Compared to the flag on the opposite side of the stage. There's a speck of dirt on it. This flag is spotless, sir. Yes, that is what the flag is supposed to look like. However, there is one spot on this flag that is out of place. Where is it, sir? Please explain it so I can understand. What a helpless man. I suppose I should point it out to him. Move the cursor to the unusual spot on the flag and press the X button to present it. Pretty much just reteaching you the same things from before. Take that! Take that! There's an unusual hole in this flag. Oh, you're right! Judging from the burn marks around the hole, it appears to be a bullet hole. A bullet hole? Then the bullet from the gun must have gone through the flag. You seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. I can't say big words, I'm sorry. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. Alright. This one and this one. Okay, they work. As a result of the gunshots, there's a bullet hole in the flag and a ruptured balloon. That must mean 2 shots were fired, sir. If we include the shot that hit the president, it's possible that 3 shots were fired in total. No, it's also possible that the flag and the balloon were punctured by the same bullet. If only we could be certain about the number of gunshots. Yes! Now then, let's continue the investigation. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor! If you find anything new, could you please let me know? I've been wondering for a while now, but who exactly is that woman? I thought she was just a nosy onlooker, but it looks like she's investigating too. Hey, please, I'm begging you. In order to figure out how many shots were fired, we'll need to talk to a witness. It can't be helped. Let's try talking to her. Yo, she's cute! She's a cutie. I like her. I like her. She's cute. I fly on her fucking... Ah, Mr. Prosecutor. The name's Nicole Swift. Nicole Swift. Just between you and me, this case is gonna be my exclusive scoop. Exclusive? Miss Swift, is it? Could you tell me what your witness during? How's your investigation coming along? Now I got a suspect yet. I know I'm covering chat. That's the point. See, if you want your comment on top, chat has to appear up. So blow up chat real quick and it'll be up there. Where do you get the frilly doohickey round your neck? Could you please stop talking for a moment? I will be the one asking the questions. What is it? An interrogation? Nuh-uh. What is it, an interrogation? I reckon I was gonna get myself an interview. I'd like to know how many gunshots were fired. Can you please tell me what you saw? Well, I guess. I ain't telling you nothing. What? My life depends on it. My life depends on info. I ain't giving it up that easily. Don't be selfish, pal. Will you please cooperate with us? Selfish? If you ain't gonna share no info with me, then I'm gonna go get it from elsewhere. Jesus, I can't speak. Wait a minute, pal. If I wait, are you gonna give me what I want? If not, adios, amigos. She won't budge. We're at a stalemate here. Stalemate? I wonder about that. What do you mean, sir? As you know, chess is one of my hobbies. How does one go on an offensive against a defensive opponent? There are many tactics available on the chessboard. I can't tell. Really, I don't know much about chess, but I prefer checkers. Even if it appears to be a flawless offense, there is always an opening. Observe as I break down her defense with my words. Did he just pretty much say, "Watch this, Riz, gumshoe"? In order to get her to talk, I'll need to use the right strategy. Using the right image of chess, using the image of chess game, I need to stay one step ahead of my opponent. Oh shit! What is this? What the fuck is this? Now then, let's analyze the situation. Can you give me some info? My trap's sealed shut. She has her guard up. So this is her defensive strategy. If I waste too much time, she may grow impatient. I need to pay attention to the time limit. I must not be careless with my words. My opponent becomes agitated or aggressive. I told you I ain't talking, you're stubborn as a mule. For example, during times like this I should calmly wait and see how things play out. The moment my opponent shows an opening, I'll be able to strike. First, I should ask about her identity. Now, let us begin. Logic chess. Fuck! Your occupation. Ooh. First, can you tell me your occupation? No way. If I told you, then you might get the wrong idea. The wrong idea? In other words, it's a job that you cannot tell others about. I never said that. I ain't some kind of suspicious person. Wait and see. I'm just your run-of-the-mill model citizen. Please excuse my rudeness. I did not mean to offend you. I may not know the details of your job, but I am sure that it's a reputable one. Well, you might be giving me too much credit there. I ain't even done any major articles yet. An article writing job? Huh. I heard you mention articles just now. Does your job involve writing articles by any chance? Dang it! That's right. I'm an investigative reporter, a bona fide up-and-coming news journalist. I see. Reporter. She may already have some information about the case. This will be my next line of questioning. Ooh, you get some recovery too. This is where the real battle begins. I'll need to draw even more information from her. Content of your coverage. Did you witness the incident? Content of your coverage. You said that you are a reporter. Did you come here to gather news material? If you want to know that bad, give me some info first. No, you first. Show me what you've gathered. Honest to Betsy, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. Maybe I should try another line of attack. Were you present at the time when the incident occurred? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, how about some of that info you promised me? No, ladies first, I insist. I told him my trap's sealed shut. You ain't getting my info that easily. Wait and see. This is my livelihood here. Please, I'm begging you. If you stick your head in too deep, you may be putting yourself in danger. I'm a pro after all. A few gunshots don't scare me. You heard gunshots. Huh. I'll admit, you're dedicated to your job. However, you still have much to learn. The fact that you heard the gunshots clearly means that you were present during the incident. You must have seen something. Ooh, not yet. Busted again. I just happened to be here covering the speech, and that's when it all went south. That's all I swear. I ain't saying another word. So she was here to hear. Oh my god. So she was here to write an article about the speech. You should still have the material she gathered for her article. This could be a useful clue. Content of your coverage. You said that you are a reporter. Did you come here to gather some news? Oh my god. You want to know this first? Okay, no, you first. You got it. That's a good time. I don't know what you're talking about. Let me try using that clue. You must still have the materials. Are you telling me that you came here to gather material and you left empty-handed? You should still have the materials you collected with you. That's... Darn tootin', I'm a pro. I collect info with my own 2 feet. That's why I ain't giving it up without a fight. As the prosecutor in charge of this case, I am making a serious plea for your cooperation. Don't you mess with me, I ain't handing it over, and that's final. I'm just messing with you? Wait and see. Please understand where I'm coming from, Mr. Prosecutor. Being a reporter is a tough job, isn't it? Ah, so you're finally getting it. How has your job performance been? Well, I'm always trying to be the best reporter I can be. This here tape recorder. I always carry it by my side. I'm not interested in that. Let me listen to the tape. I see. If you're trying to be the best reporter that you can be, then it would be unnatural for you to not have collected any news materials. You recorded it on your tape recorder, didn't you? The information regarding this case. Got it. Ah! Got it. There goes my exclusive scoop. That's right. I have it on my tape recorder. All the information I recorded from my article is right here. Checkmate. Fucking Edward. Logic chess complete! That's amazing, Mr. Prosecutor. Before I knew it, you done had me chattering like a chipmunk. Let me hear what you have on the tape recorder. If I listen to the tape, I should be able to determine the exact number of gunshots. Fine, but I won't let you'll have it for free. Other than my mentor, you're the only person to push me this far. In other words, you're gonna be my second mentor. Yep, that's how it's gonna be. I see. Kind of like a second home, sir. I got one more request. A 24-hour exclusive interview. Please, Mr. Prosecutor. This is my first and final request as your apprentice. This is difficult to accept, but unless I agree to it, I won't be able to listen to the tape. 24 hours is out of the question, but I will grant you an interview after we solve this case. What about being my second mentor? Also out of the question. Aw. Don't be so ordinary. Well, I guess you take what you get. It's all for the sake of my new scoop. Time to get the ball rolling. Let's begin our exclusive coverage. Well then, Miss Swift. Please begin the playback of the tape recorder for me. My dear friends, there's a reason for my visit. A few days ago, a smuggling ring that has long plagued my nation was exposed and crushed. I see. This was the president's speech. The president passionately addresses the crowd. He's deflating the rumors flying around about the recent decline in his approval ratings. This is my own commentary. I tried to create the feeling of actually being there. According to the schedule, there's a meeting after this. You seem quite pleased that the Yatagarasu incident has been resolved. Well, of course. It's a great honor for us as well. Whose voice is this? Those are from the folks standing in front of me. I reckon it was two older men. They kept on whispering to each other. Where have I heard this voice before? Oh, the gunshot's coming up. The president raises his fist in the air. The atmosphere is boiling to a fever pitch. Oh my god. Pitch. However, the battle is still not over. I declare it here now. The hammer of justice shall be brought down upon all evil. That was 2 shots. 1 termination. Whoa, whoa, whoa! It seems that 2 shots were fired. And what do you reckon? It's quite simple, really. Using the bullet's trajectory, we can deduce its flight path. 2 shots were fired. 1 bullet hit the president. That means the other shot left a hole in the flag and punctured the balloon. You understand now the location of the perpetrator who fired the gun. A bullet that stuck both the flag and the balloon was fired from here. This spot? Somewhere around here, right? Over here, that's right. The perpetrator definitely fired his gun from here. Would them bullets really hit their mark from there? Is Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about here, pal? I'm sure he has amazing logic to back it up. And when it's all said and done, he'll show you another one of his brilliant deductions. I'm looking forward to it myself. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Do your thing. Wait a second. Let me think. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, don't push yourself too hard now. This is in the right spot. 2 shots were fired. I'm certain of it. If I follow the direct path of the bullets, the point where the 2 paths cross will reveal the location of the shooter. Wait, what? Where the flag is? Right? Because they would technically both... The bullet that struck both the flag and the balloon was fired from here. Because if it shot this way... I have confusion. Not sure if it's on the flag or if it's in the balloon. I'm gonna say the balloon. Over here, that's right. The perpetrator definitely fired his gun from here. The bullets really hit their mark. So, not there. The flag? No. Alright, I'm trying to get this understanding right now. Because both of these bullets need to be fired like together like this. Where the bullet would be by random chance. Nope. I have to be like dumb because I don't understand where this is at. I did the stage, I did the... Where both paths cross. What? I don't understand this one. But can I think... Okay, but like, how are you supposed to connect the other line? The bullet marks from the flag and the balloon. We learn the bullet's trajectory. It's likely that the bullet was fired from the left side of the audience area. Okay. That's what I expect from Mr. Edward. Mr. Gupshu, I would like to investigate the left side of the audience area. Yes, sir. Wait, you mean we have to move all these people? Yes, there's no time. We could be losing vital evidence for every second we let slip by. We must hurry. Yes, sir. Mentor number 2. Hey, mentor number 2. Miss Swift, I assume you are addressing me. Of course, mentor number 2. This is my time to shine. I'm an expert at crowd dispersal. Light the torches, release the hounds, and run them down. Appreciate your help, but please do not use those methods. Also, please stop addressing me as your mentor. I never agreed to that position. I hear you. I'll try to keep that in mind, mentor. I mean, Mr. Prosecutor. Felt Mr. Edgeworth, we're ready to begin the investigation. Sir. Miss Swift here was all over the crowd helping us round him up, sir. This ain't nothing compared to my first mentor's mob wrangling skills. She seems to be used to the sort of thing. However, Miss Swift, all that running around seems to have caused your clothes to be covered with mud. I'll take care of the cleaning bill if you like. Eh? Oh, you're talking about my parka. Don't you worry your fancy little head about it. It's reversible, so I can just flip it around later, and it's all good as new. That won't do much for mud stains, though. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, let's first start the investigation, sir. Crowd has made a mess of the crime scene. I hope some traces of the criminal are still left behind. Is that Mr. Payne? This is a terrible incident indeed, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is this man again? I, Winston Payne, am willing to assist as the prosecutor. You're the prosecutor? Why did you come here today? I accompany the chief prosecutor. His voice sounds like the one that I heard on the tape earlier. Is he the one of the men in front of Miss Swift? Where's the chief now? Chief is a busy man. He had special permission to leave the premises. Chief called me here and then left by himself. I'm not completely satisfied with this. Y'all need to go through the garbage? You prosecutors got a tough job. Detective Gumshoe. Right away, sir. Though it's a detective's job to go through the trash. Prosecutors don't want to dirty their hands. Let's see. I hope I find something good. Detective seems to be a little too eager about searching through the trash. This is a winning popsicle stick. Detective. Sorry, sir. Let's see. Something related to the case. Look what I found, sir. Yes. Good work. Let's have a closer look. Do we have the thing? Yeah, we do. I'll need to view this object from various angles to uncover the truth hidden within. Yes, sir. Just give me the word and I'll spin the evidence around and round. Hold the R button and use the D-pad to rotate the object to the desired. If you want to zoom in or zoom out, I'll move the evidence for you, sir. Press the X button to zoom in and the Y button to zoom out. Investigate every fine detail. If you find something suspicious, please let us know immediately, sir. Move the cursor to the spot of the interest and press the A button on the investigation. Okay. Alright, let's give it a try. Alright, my R button's like fucked. Oh yeah, my RB button on my controller is kind of fucked. I just remember that. There's a gun! Oh my god, what the fuck? It's a document of some sort. Let's see. President's security detail. There are plans for the president's security, sir. Wonder how big that looks on mobile. It depicts the security layout. I mean, I feel like with PC, you could see the whole screen if you needed to, but I don't know how that would look on the mobile screen. The bodyguards' names are written on here too. Rook and Knightley. The bodyguards are not from the public of Zhangfa. It seems that the president hired a local security firm. Why didn't he use the police force of Zhangfa? You want to know the reason? That's another big scoop. Do you know something about it? Looks good, I guess. I mean, I'm just curious how the little screen looks for the most part. I mean, I see the entire thing. I'm just like, is it like a good size for you to like still see some things and the text on it, you know? I was just at the Zhangfa embassy the other day fixing to get me some news materials. That's when I heard. Sounds like the president's got plenty of enemies. He also don't get along too well with the top brass of the Zhangfa police. I see. He doesn't even trust the people of his own country. This could be related to the assassination attempt. Well, why would this document be in the bag? That is strange indeed. It concerns the safety of the president, normally. It would be under tight security. This bag. There's something else in it, sir. It's a gun! With a scope? Fucking man said, let me get that 6 revolver round with the scope. Huh? It's a gun, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, could this bag have belonged to the... Indeed. It is possible the assassin may have thrown it away. Indeed. The revolver for something like this to appear in a place like this. This is the work of a professional assassin. You must have used that document to carry out the crime, sir. This revolver, I will need to take a closer look at it. Cool. The song. Open that puppy up. This gun fired 2 bullets. That matches the number of gunshots heard. This must be the murder weapon, sir. This is a laser pointer. And it's an implement you attach in a gun to help your aim with the laser, sir. I never seen a laser be on top. It's either to the side, the bottom, maybe attached to some scopes. I'm talking about like in general, like Call of Duty logic or like anything that has like FPS, like gunfire shit. Just press here and it's firing a red laser, sir. The assassin used this laser pointer to target the president. What the hell is that? Apparently a laser sight. This bag has provided us with lots of useful evidence. Dumpster diving really paid off, sir. Good work, detective. I have one more request. Please tell the forensic team to check the gun and the bag for fingerprints. The laser scope on top? That's what's so wild. Yes, sir. We can obtain fingerprints. It would be a huge breakthrough in our investigation. I got the results back, sir. That was fast. Of course. I made them double time it. Unfortunately, we couldn't find any fingerprints, sir. Are you certain you did a thorough search? Of course. We combed every inch. We even took out the bullets and examined them, sir. I expected this won't be easy. You're with the television crew, or are you not? Oh, that's right. But then you must have recorded the speech. I'd like to see the footage. Yeah, about that. That would be difficult. What was that, pal? It's your duty as a citizen to corroborate the investigation. After the incident, the guests knocked over the TV camera in a panic. All the footage was lost. If there was any footage left, it could have been vital evidence. Yeah, it's too bad, sir. What was that? Looks like you're in a jam, Mr. Edgeworth. That voice. Oh. Hey! She had to go around. Long time no see, Mr. Edgeworth, the hero of justice. Kay Faraday is here to save the day. Hero. I guess she wouldn't refer to herself as a heroine. So, have you given up on this great thief business yet? Nope, I haven't stopped. I'm just on vacation. I'm still in training to become the second Yatagarasu. About 2 weeks ago, the girl became involved in one of my cases. The mysterious phantom thief, the Yatagarasu. The case of a gentleman thief who steals the truth for the sake of justice. This girl is a successor to the great thief. Successor. If you need to pick a lock or untie a rope, leave it to me. But since I'm still in training, I haven't actually stolen anything yet. Okay, what are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I wanted to join in the festivities. She does seem to have a fondness for these kind of events. Afterwards, I thought I'd come meet up with you guys. Well, we're glad to see you. You look like you've been doing well, pal. It's been a while, Gummy. I'm glad you're doing well, too. Okay, you said earlier that you could help me out. Please don't be surprised, Mr. Edgeworth. I took a photo that captures the exact moment of the crime. I see. Could you show me? Could you show it to us at once? The same as usual, I see. Can't you act even a little surprised? Yeah, that prosecutor was always in a sour mood. He even got annoyed when I called him my second mentor. Oh, by the way, I'm Nicole Swift, up-and-coming investigative reporter. Nice to meet you, Nicole. Nicole. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth's really... Enough idle chatter. Enough idle chatter. Can you please just show us the photo? Fine, here. She fucking just sucked her teeth. Look at these bozos. This fucking guy over here, and then this guy over here. I don't know why. Look at them. They're just like, they look like they were not meant to be there. They look like they were not gonna do shit. And then this guy here is just gonna get assassinated by the laser pointer. Woo! All right. This is a photo I took right at the moment of the gunshot. It was awful. Everyone in the audience was running in panic. This photo depicts the president and his two bodyguards. Judging from the names written on the security plan, these two must be Rook and Knightley. What is this? Thank you, Kay. This will be a very important clue. Oh, you got that sharp look in your eyes. Did you find something? Mr. Prosecutor? In this photo, there's a contradiction. This photo? I don't see nothing. If you don't understand, then I'll show you. Scene captured in this photo and the evidence I have in hand. By comparing the two, I'll find a contradiction. Time to be deductive skills to come into play. First, I have to find a spot that holds the contradiction. Oh, did I do it wrong? The laser? Oh. Once you found the contradiction, I pressed the X button. Then I present the evidence that contradicts the spot. Spot clearly contradicts his evidence. I don't really see the connection, but you still don't see. There's definitely a contradiction. Mr. Edgeworth, when you're wrong, you should just admit it. I've been wrong. Just wait, I'll show it you proof. First, I have to find a spot that holds a contradiction. Hold up, I gotta. Yeah, that's that. I gotta find the evidence. This spot clearly contradicts the evidence. Alright, hold up. What am I not seeing that I'm like being stupid about? Contains a recording of a speech. 2 gunshots can be heard. Touch. Check the details. Rumors flying around about a recent decline in his approval ratings. According to the schedule, there's a meeting after this. You seem quite pleased that the Yasuga incident has been resolved. The president raises his fists in the air and the atmosphere here is boiling to a fever pitch. The hammer of justice shall be brought down upon all evil. Is it that he doesn't have his fist up? Number 1! Sorry. Judging from the bullet holes, the shooter probably stood to the left side of the audience area. I mean, I guess it's the tape, right? Nope. I'm about to lose this shit, bro. What am I missing? Because it is that, and I tried the gun. Adorns the right side of the stage, it has ruptured. I checked the security plans. We checked the tape. Newspaper article? Number 1. Oh, the bullet's kind of centered. Right? No. I fucked up. Do I gotta do this whole thing again. Well, fuck! I gotta understand what it is, because I honestly can't tell. There's nothing I can do now. Oh, fuck. How far back does it send me? Thus the truth was lost for all eternity. What the fuck up? No fucking way. I gotta start all over again? Oh, no. I should have save stated. Oh, fuck. I should have save stated. Oh, I forgot how fucking brutal this thing could be. Alright, we're gonna go through this quickly. Hold up. See if I could, Is there a way to fast forward? Well, let me, like, mute this. Great, my fucking Windows G does not want to work now. Oh, I'm trying to figure this out. Whoop. Not the right one. There you go, Vaughn, next here. Where are you? Where are you? There you go. Mute that for a minute, because we're gonna have to go through this fucking quickly. Remind me to save state. Especially when I'm doing dumb choices. How's it going? We're like an hour in. I fucked up. And now I gotta go through this whole fucking thing again. It's like the only way I can fast forward because there was no other option to do it. And this was the emulator, or the, what's it called? It's totally my legit DS, what, huh? This was my Game Boy. I would have an extra button to fast forward. Yeah. But this one doesn't implement that. I chose Makoto in Persona. Best girl. People don't see the fondness of her. Talk to me, Sly. Give me some conversation logs. Logic, yeah. Investigate this. Just because the girl that reads your fortune said the Empress card keeps popping up, you have trouble with women. It'd be like that sometimes. No. The flag. Fix your damn chat pop up. It looks so weird when you covering it. No. I choose to have it this way. L streamer. Just type faster. Bullet holes, yada yada yada, logic, this one, and this one. Investigation complete. They have a conversation. I gotta go through this whole chat log now. This is what I would do. I have to do like heavy editing. Like times like this is where I would be like, I would need to edit this part out on the stream and then put the rest together. Alright, this is gonna probably give me trouble. Yep. Okay. I like actually like look at the text now. What's your occupation? Wait and see. Oh fuck. Fuck. I messed up because I'm not reading or not looking at the thing. Wait and see. The first wait and see, and then it's the first option. Okay, there you go. Article about. That's one. There you go. The bar filled up. Turn up your coverage. This would be definitely in the VOD, but man. Ooh. There you go, got her. Okay. Doing this fast forward is actually a little bit, like ooh, because it's scary if you fuck it up there. My chair has been just annoying right now. Got all that. Yep. Now we know where this is at. The silence is not it right now. Alright, get to the bin. Gumshoe's gonna go through the garbage. Finds the winning popsicle, yep. Here's where they're like, oh yeah, remember this mechanic from the last game? Here you go. By the way, this is translated. Because this game is only in Japanese. Due to the fact that it never got a Western release. So this was all translated. I don't know who did the translation, but hey, if you're the person who translated it, good on you. Appreciate your work. We got the gun. Investigate the gun. The babalba. Put that up. Zoom out. There you go, the laser, yep. The top scope laser. See, it would make sense if it was a scope, because I have seen revolvers with a scope, not a laser sight. You talk to him. He's gonna tell you about the whole gimmick of what happened. Wait, what? Oh, I gotta talk to Payne, don't I? So you do have to get this information. It just, for some reason, it wasn't recorded down. Chief is a busy man. Okay. Did I not do this? No. Oh, what the fuck? Who was I talking to? It's Kay. She runs around. He tells you what's going on. Da 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 da. She tells you she has a photo. Has a contradiction. Yada yada yada. Da 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 da. So on and so forth. We're getting finally to the part where I was. Like, it took me, like, what, 5 minutes? Only because we're doing fast forward and, you know, just kind of skipping through the dialogue. Chatter, fine here. There's a contradiction. Where's the contradiction? Da 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 da. Thank you, Kay. This is good information. Da 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 da. Contradiction. Keep going. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. There you go. There you go. Okay, we could now start it from here. Limit frame rate, and then unmute it. There you go. Do a save state because fuck my life. Alright, so we have done these like 4 items, and it's just these 2. That's 1. Oh no, I was wrong. I will not admit it though. I swear, I want to see what the connection is to the newspaper. What? Okay, let's find out. Miss Swift, this newspaper contains a photograph of the president. Number 1! I'd like you to compare it with the photo Kay took at the scene. What do you mean? Oh, that's right. There's something on the president's forehead. Are you fucking for real right now? Are you fucking for real? There's something on his forehead? What could it possibly be, Edgeworth? The laser pointer that we just discussed 5 fucking minutes ago? Are you fucking kidding me? There's something on the president's forehead that wasn't there before. Is that a mole? It certainly looked like a red mole. We don't need to do logic like this right now. Like, that's like common knowledge of what the fuck was there. That's foolish. It's hard to believe that a mole would pop up out of thin air like that. Maybe a bug bit him, sir. That's all. I thought you were onto something. Turns out it's just an itty bitty bug bite. You were talking with such a serious look on your face. I was getting all excited. That way to the truth. I fucking hate this. Always begins with small contradictions. Oh, that's a great way of putting it. I'll be using that for my article. You can't fucking come at me and say, oh, this looks different from the newspaper. Why is that? He has a red dot in this other photo. Really? Yeah. By the way, that gun with the laser sight looks cool. I know, right? Do we not know math? Do we not know to put 2 and 2 together? Like, what the fuck was that garbage? Hey, Kay. What's up? Nothing. Where's the laser sight? Oh my god. I discovered the mystery! What? Yeah, you mean it's not a bug bite, sir? Sounded like a bug bite on the itchy rash. Oh, I'm lightheaded from the stupid shit. This is the light from the laser pointer. You mean the gun was aimed at the president's forehead? No, it was aimed at his chest. Just Kay took the picture when it was aimed at his forehead. Right after that, the second gunshot was heard. That's certainly more than just an itch, sir. Indeed, I'm concerned for the president's well-being. It's become more and more likely that this gun was the weapon used in the attack. So fucking annoyed. The newspaper and the fucking photo! No way did they make that as a step. Like, I get it. It's a tutorial of, like, the first fucking trial. But hear me the fuck out. That shit should be common knowledge of literally fucking discovering the gun and being like, yo, this right here looks important. The laser sight, maybe it was used and no one talked about it. Kay comes in with the photo, just being like, yo, check out this photo I took before he was shot at. Oh shit, Kay, thank you. We might get something out of it. You know, something looks off about this photo. Oh, let's compare it to the newspaper. He has a red dot in this photo. Fuck. That's crazy. He must have got like something there. The laser pointer, motherfucker. We just talked about it. But why did the criminal use a laser pointer, sir? That's right. They would have had a beam of light shining from their heads. Pew, 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 pew. Way too conspicuous. Conspicuous. Okay. Now, if you follow the path of the laser, you will find out who fired the shot. That's not good at all. Oh, yeah, I also took some other photos. Maybe from the light. Maybe the light from the laser pointer was captured on these. That's a long shot, but there may be a chance. Kay, would you show us those photos? Coming right up. First, a photo from before the incident. Yo, what's good? I'm just taking a picture at this conference. The laser is right there. Your face is taking up most of the frame. I wanted to get a 2-shot of me and the president. This was taken a little before the gunshots. Here's the one I showed you before. This was right after the first gunshot. Immediately after that, a second gunshot rang out. And then, people running. What is this? You can't really see much in this photo. That last photo, one of these running guests knocked me down. Looks like the shutter clicked just then. This doesn't look too helpful, pal. Oh, those were all the photos I took. Fucking K. I like to examine these in a bit more detail. Investigate which photo before the incident. Where can the light from the laser pointer be seen? Here? Found it. What? Look, just in front of this, a person in the red hood. Ah, there. Yes, that's probably the light from the laser pointer. Then the red-hooded person would be the assassin. We did it. It's all thanks to me, right? Right. As expected, the great thief has stolen the truth. Hehehe. Perhaps the criminal can also be seen in the other photos. Let me examine these photos one more time. Investigate which photo? After the incident. Where can the red-hooded assassin be seen? Right there. Ah, there! The red-hooded assassin! Looks like they're escaping in the panic, sir. We see the direction they ran in. Ah, the samurai dog banner. Right. The assassins escaped towards the right side of the audience area. Detective Gumshoe. Got it, sir. We'll investigate the right side of the audience area. I'm counting on you. I'm gonna miss these pixels once we get into the 3D-ish game, which is Apollo. I think the Apollo's the first one that has like more 3D look to it. The Red Hooded Assassin. Since the park was sealed off, there's nowhere they could have run to. If we follow their trail, we'll definitely catch them. Now then, let's continue with the investigation. We'll definitely find some traces of the assassin. Umbrella. Camera dog. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. That's what he used to say. What's this? It's a red button, sir. Could this be? The button from the thing? Oh, I see. I just noticed the under there. This could be related to the person in the red hood. There's something red down there. Detective Gumshoe, please check underneath the food stall. Something stuck down here. Let's see. It's a coat. It's the red raincoat. Could this be the assassins? It appears that he got rid of his raincoat before he ran away. Anything else looks suspicious? They're selling cherry samurai dogs. I don't believe I've ever had a cherry dog. I always wondered, what do cherry dogs taste like, sir? They use cherries instead of hot dog, so it probably tastes like cherries. But why do they call it a cherry dog if there's no hot dog in it, sir? They have a point. The truth about cherry dogs remains a mystery, sir. What a little nice banter between them. I think this is just for the cherry dog stuff. Anything else besides the button? Maybe I could do some logic? Found near the stand appears to have been ripped off from something. Oh. Left sleeve. There doesn't appear to be anything out of place. It's not turned inside out, and the button is still tightly in place. Even though it was thrown away, it looks a bit too clean. The sleeve, it's inside out. And it's also missing a button. Gee, how do we connect these two things that we just discovered? The raincoat and a 6-shot revolver. No. This button definitely belongs to this side of the coat. Thank you. I didn't think that would ever come up. Looks like the fallen button came from the raincoat. Probably fell off when the assassin took off the raincoat. If you look closely, you can see that the right sleeve is inside out, sir. It appears they took it off in a hurry. The button was probably torn off. After shooting the president, the assassin disposed of the gun and the bag in the garbage bin. Then, during the panic, they moved from the left to the right side of the audience area. Sorry. The bullet's trajectory led us to suspect someone who was on the left side of the audience area. The assassin then took off the raincoat and hid it under the stand. The assassin was in a hurry to remove the raincoat. That's why there are signs that the right sleeve was hastily removed. It also explains why the button was torn off. If that's the case, why is the left sleeve not in the same state? Ah, that sleeve isn't inside out. On the contrary, the button is still tightly fixed. What do you mean, sir? To find the answer, we must examine the raincoat in detail. Why? The rest sleeve is still turned inside out, and you can see where the button's been torn off. Indeed, the raincoat must have been removed in a hurry. I'd like to investigate the inside of the raincoat. Take the gumshoe. Got it. Oh, he was shot. This is a bloodstain? Judging by the location, this is most likely the assassin's own blood. So, we're looking for someone who's injured, sir? Not just any injuries, detective. An injury on their left arm. What do you mean, sir? The criminal was in a hurry to take off their coat. That's why the right sleeve is inside out. On the other hand, the left sleeve remained unchanged. How did this difference arise? Quite simply, the assassin couldn't get his arm through the left sleeve. If you think of it like that, it all starts to add up. Furthermore, a bloodstain was found on the left side of the raincoat. I see. So he couldn't get his injury arm to fit through the sleeves. Yes, indeed. I'd say the possibility is quite high. It's all coming together. Hold up, let me just real quick. Sly, I'm gonna satisfy your needs. Right here, give me a second. Alright. You may now see what I did. There you go. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There you go. There you go. Take the gumshoe. I want you to pull our assassin out of the crowd. Why was that, sir? Someone with an injured left arm, right? You must have a good head on your shoulders if you did see through. On your shoulders if you did see through me, Mr. Prosecutor. Finding an assassin with only that much evidence shouldn't be a problem at all. That's our Edgeworth. With everyone in the park sealed in, the assassin should still be within the crowd. I'm counting on you, Detective Gumshoe. What'd I miss? Oh, I fixed the chat thing for you. Yeah. It's so annoying. I think I have to readjust the sizing of it, though. Like, the text sizing. What was I gonna say? But I'll fix that off stream. Like, right now it's fine. March 25th, 3:27 p.m. Groud Lake Park, Audience area. Mr. Edgeworth, we found a suspicious person in that condition, sir. That's gotta be the assassin. Okay, you haven't proven that this person is the assassin yet. For now, this is just a person of interest. Don't jump to conclusions. Got it. I'll control myself. Got it. I'll control myself. The guy walks in. It was you. We're just like, hey. There's no doubt that this is the guy who targeted the president, sir. Takes a daring person to target someone's life in front of an audience. Detective, bring him here. Courteously. Yes, sir. Hey, you guys, bring him here. It's Shelby. Or Shelly. No, Shelly the Killer. That's what his name is. He's not carrying an umbrella. And his left arm is bandaged. You there! State your name! My name is John Doe. John Doe. That's an unusual name. That is correct. This man. Have I seen him somewhere before? Prosecutor Edgeworth. You know my name. Yes. I have been observing your investigation. May I ask why you have called me here? Excuse me. We're searching for the assassin who attempted to murder the president. Do you recognize his red coat? I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid I do not. I believe that this raincoat belongs to the assassin. Oh my. That is terrible indeed. This person should also have a severe injury on the left side of their body, precisely like yours. I have no relation to this. A stare down. Mano a mano. It's like they're firing laser beams out of their eyes. Well, what happens next? Obviously, a confrontation, pal. A battle of wits between two gentlemen. But I hear his explanation. Here's the explanation. Witness might lie or misunderstand. If you find a contradiction in their statement, you present evidence, pal. Press the R button to look at the organizer and the X button to present. And if you don't find a contradiction, what do you do next? What do you do then? At those times, you press the witness for more... oh, I could even do RT. I didn't know that. Sorry, I got distracted with that. At those times, you press the witness for more details. You press the L button. Alright, sir. Could you give us a demonstration, please? Go, Mr. Prosecutor. You're America's best. She just won't quit. Mr. Doe's testimony. Oh, here we go. Here's the song that plays for these. I understand that the person in the raincoat is suspicious. However, that doesn't mean that that he was injured. I don't suppose you have proof. Clearly, my left arm is injured, but I can't still use my right arm. When it was raining, I used an umbrella. I have no need for a raincoat. You didn't wear a raincoat. That's your claim. Yes. No, not everyone uses a raincoat for protection against the rain. I am an umbrella person after all. I'm definitely a raincoat person. Umbrellas will hinder your movement. Well, I don't use raincoats or umbrellas. Come rain or snow, all I need is my trusty parka. This wasn't what I wanted to talk about. Hope you understand, I am not the assassin. Unfortunately, leaving a testimony unexamined goes against my principles. How troublesome. I am but a simple ice cream salesman. Oops. Please excuse me. In the panic earlier, my wound seems to have reopened. There's no mistaking that the owner of this raincoat is the assassin. Furthermore, the owner has an injured left arm. Mr. Doe, I shall reveal your true colors for all to see. Alright. Oh, there it goes again. I understand the person in the raincoat is suspicious. However, that doesn't mean that he was injured. I don't suppose you have proof. We do have proof, actually. Tis, 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 sir. Mr. Doe, you seem to be a very cautious person. However, today seems to be different, because you left this behind. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. You must be mistaken. That does not belong to me. Or perhaps you have evidence that proves otherwise. Mr. Doe, is your injury alright? The wound seems to have reopened. Indeed, it is quite troublesome. Yes, I'm sure it is. You have my deepest sympathies. After all, you would have escaped had your wounds not opened up. What do you mean? There's no mistaking that the one who wore this raincoat was injured. And I can prove that person was you. With this. The ice cream sweating. On the inside of the raincoat, there's a small blood stain. It's the blood of the assassin. Oh. Oh, the sex! Hold up. Put this volume up real quick. Shit goes in, bro. Attacking the president is a serious crime, pal. You'll cause an international incident. No matter how long... no matter how long you keep silent, your true nature will soon come to light. Blood test will settle things. Will settle this. The blood from the raincoat and the blood from your bandaged arm. I have all the evidence I need. Why don't you just admit it? You're the assassin who attacked the president. I am not the assassin. You don't know when to give up. This is, if this was a game of chess, you would have been checkmated a long time ago. May your defeat gracefully. I feel like Edward's just gonna talk about chess the entire game. He's gonna be like, oh, well, if this was like chess, I would have fucking annihilated you. He seems completely unfazed. I suppose I have no choice, I'll admit it. Indeed, the raincoat is mine. He confessed him. Arrest him! Arrest him! However, that does not mean I shot the president. What's that, pal? Prosecutor Edgeworth. All you have proven is that I wore the raincoat. What sort of crime is that? Mr. Doe's testimony part 2. I am no assassin. I'm just a simple ice cream salesman. All I did was put on that red raincoat and listen to the president's speech. It surprised me to see the bodyguards take action just before the gunshot rang out. Everyone in the audience immediately tried to escape, creating a state of panic. Are you satisfied this time? His story's getting fishier by the minute. He's really suspicious. Glaring at me won't help. We've got evidence. Here, look at this guy in the red raincoat. That's got to be the assassin. I see. That is certainly not me. What? Prosecutor Edgeworth, please consider this carefully. Was I really the only one who wore a red raincoat? Whether he was or not, the person in the photo can only be Mr. Doe. But why? This man's self-confidence and intensity. Alright, pick it up. I'm no assassin, I'm just a simple ice cream salesman. All I did was put on that red raincoat and listen to the president's speech. It surprised me to see the bodyguards take action just before the gunshot rang out. Hold it. So the bodyguards reacted before the gunshot went off. Yes, the bodyguards moved first. The one on the left side of the stage, in particular. You saw it all quite clearly. I have good eyesight. Names are written on the upper left of the security plan. The bodyguard on the left side would be Mr. Rook. That is correct. That is correct. A Mr. Ethan Rook, I believe. Perhaps he noticed the light from the laser pointer. That man is no ordinary individual. From their actions, I don't believe that the bodyguards were amateurs. This man isn't the ordinary individual either. Also, how loud is this music going? That shit was going in. Oh, I'm like readjusting my volume. Or not my volume, but like the way how like I can see both volumes. This man isn't an ordinary individual either. Please add that statement to your testimony. As you wish. Man on the left side of the stage was exceptionally quick, Mr. Ethan Rook, if I recall. Man on the left side of the stage was exceptionally quick, Mr. Ethan Rook, as I recall. So bodyguard on the left was faster. He reacted in just an instant. His response time was superb. I believe his name was Ethan Rook. I see, he had plenty of time to react. No, not necessarily. The expression never changes. Everyone in the audience immediately tried to escape, creating a state of panic. All I did was put on that red raincoat and listen to the president's speech. Why did you use a raincoat instead of an umbrella? It's strange to wear a raincoat on a rainy day. It's strange to purposely wear a raincoat when you can't get your arm into it. If both my arms were occupied, I wouldn't be able to serve ice cream. Why didn't you mention that in your testimony earlier? I'm terribly sorry. I must have slipped my mind. After all, I had just gone through a lot. All that. The shooting of the president, of course. I'm surprised. This is the only statement I'm trying to get a recall of. Rook takes Knightley's place. In the case of emergency, Knightley will lead the president into the plane. Leader Rook. Lieutenant Knightley. Pay extra attention to the lake area. Is there a contradiction here with this? I mean, this is like the only one that has like any vital clue. Okay, that was the contradiction. Seems you aren't just a simple ice cream salesman after all. You think too highly of me, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Why would a simple ice cream salesman know the name of the president's bodyguard? The name of the bodyguard? Surely you jest. Didn't you say their names just a moment ago? Mr. Knightley and Mr. Rook. Correct? The song goes in! I fuck with his ice cream robot. This shit's so good. This is a diagram of the security plans. We learned their names from this. However, please look over their surnames are written here. You distinctly said Ethan Rook. How did you know his full name when we did not? That's pretty weird, sir. Why do you know his name? Explain yourself. That was merely a slip of the tongue. It's true, this guy is an assassin. Young lady, you're being a little hasty. The reason I knew his name is quite simple. What? I am an acquaintance of Mr. Rook's. What? He and I have a bit of a connection. His is a name that I will never forget. Mr. Edgeworth, he's just telling a big fat lie. It is not a lie, I am just a simple ice cream salesman. And an acquaintance of Ethan Rook's. In that case, let's just ask Rook himself about this. Whether or not he's acquainted with this dubious ice cream salesman. As you wish. However, that may prove difficult now. He is currently busy with the president's security after all. Besides, even if I am not an acquaintance of Mr. Rook's, does that prove that I fired the gun? If you aren't the assassin, then why did you remove your raincoat? It was a little hot, and the rain had stopped. I wanted to air out the wound. Is there a problem with that? I just can't seem to corner him. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing? Hold on, let me lower the volume now we're not in the intense music theme. Hold on, like up at one. Okay. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing? Hurry up and arrest him. That man's so suspicious. I'd even arrest him myself. Arrest him without evidence. How could I do such a thing? Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Can't you do something? Breaking news. The criminal is on the verge of escaping the prosecutor. Oh dear. They're already treating me like a criminal. I understand. Since I've been suspected this far, it seems I will have to tell the truth. The truth? What is he up to? I saw another person wearing a red hood. What? What? Surely that was the person who was in the photo. I first noticed him right before the speech when it was still raining. He caught my eye because his raincoat was the same color as mine. In his hand I saw a laser pointer with the light aimed directly at the president. It can't be. There was another person wearing a red hood. I knew that if I wore the red raincoat, I'd be mistaken for the assassin. That's why I took off the raincoat. You saw an assassin wearing the same color hood as yours. Huh. Wouldn't that be a nice coincidence? That's what I expected you would say, which is why I did not testify as such. Prosecutors and the police are a suspicious lot. I knew that nobody would believe me. At the moment of the incident, the assassin was very close to the prosecutor. I only arrived after the incident. Not you, Prosecutor Edgeworth. That prosecutor over there. Huh? Me? Yes, you should be visible in that photo. You are. Here, right in front of the person in the red hood. That's me, alright. What's your point? What's the man driving at? I've been observing your investigation this entire time, Prosecutor Edgeworth, and I have noticed something strange. Something strange? It seems you still haven't noticed this contradiction yet. A contradiction? In this photo, the people who can be seen are the Chief, Mr. Payne, and the assassin. I don't see anything strange. Please think back carefully about the circumstances during the President's speech. I believe you are holding the evidence that contradicts this photo. I have evidence that contradicts this photo. What is the contradiction? The security plans? Honestly, I'm not sure, but I'll present this. Miss Edgeworth, is it really okay to present evidence you're not sure about? In times like this, maybe you should hold back, sir. Yes, That's right, I didn't mean to go this far. It's a shame, but you should just accept your mistakes and try again. Ugh, not good. The photo shows the Chief, Mr. Payne, and the person in the red hood. The Chief is on the left, Mr. Payne is right there in front of him, and then the person in the red hood. And this was taken during the President's speech. I should think this over. Do I have evidence that contradicts this photo? According to the schedule, there's a meeting after this. You seem quite pleased that you have to go outside it's just being resolved. The conversation between them? It wasn't the plans. Is it one of the photos? No, it's not one of the photos. Unless I could choose the photo. Is it the tape? The tape. Okay, yeah, I was like, I guess it's the tape itself. It can't be. There's a contradiction between the photo and the tape? Seems you noticed. Mr. Edgeworth, what's going on? There's a person missing from this photograph. Huh? Who is it? Yes, it's rather strange. Someone who should be there, but is not. The person who should be in this photo is Nicole. Because she recorded those two talking. Huh? Miss Swift. Why would you say that? Mr. Payne's voice was recorded on Miss Swift's tape. He was whispering quietly with the Chief Prosecutor. Those from Those are from the folks standing in front of me. I reckon it was two older men. They kept on whispering to each other. You see, Miss Swift was near Mr. Payne when she recorded the speech. But she isn't anywhere in this photo. That is correct. Now, Mr. Prosecutor, who is the one who should be who is the one you should be pursuing? Nicole Swift, would you mind giving us your testimony? Come on. It feels weird when you talk all formal like that. It's fine. I ain't got nothing to hide. Alright, let's find out. It's her testimony. The banger's back. We gotta up the volume. I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna tell you the rest right now. It ain't like I stayed in one spot while I was recording. I was moving around the audience area, shuffling here and there. I reckon this picture must have been snapped at a different time to my tape recording. So quit making that scary face. It ain't what you think. There's a contradiction already. The Swiss tapes recorded a conversation between my colleagues. There's a Payne and the chief prosecutor. Why would Nicole be lying? That would mean... It'd mean Nicole Swift is the assassin, pal. Y'all gotta be kidding me. I ain't done nothing like that. Excuse me. But that is... Be that as it may... Oh my god. Excuse me. Be that as it may, however, there is a contradiction in your testimony. Huh? I don't reckon so. No, sir. It appears I must reveal this contradiction with evidence. In one spot, I was moving around the audience area, shuffling here and there. I reckon this picture must have been taken in a different time of the recording. But it's not, because she mentioned something about what he did on stage. Miss Swift, reporter shouldn't lie. I ain't lying. I'm an honest journalist. Perhaps, but there's no denying that the photo and the recording were taken at the same time. That's so, and what makes you say that? The truth lies in these photos. This photo could only have been taken at the same time as your recording. Which spot shows this was taken at the same time as the recording? The president. Can you see the president with his fist raised in the air? What about it? Miss Swift, might we hear your tape one more time? Nuh-uh. You ain't gonna hear a word. Way you've been treating me. Would you rather we charge you with obstruction of justice and seize it from you? Fine, you win. I'm no match for you, Mr. Prosecutor. The question is, during which part of this speech did the president raise his fist? No matter what sort of heinous criminal organization there is, I will not allow them to exist. The president raises his fist in the air. The atmosphere is boiling into a fever pitch. Aha! Raises his fist straight from the horse's mouth, sir. This tape was recorded at the moment the president raised his fist overhead. She looks adorable with that pic. Okay, yeah, she's just fucking smiling. And that means Nicole not being in this photo is really strange. Oh, but she is in the photo right here. The person in the red hood. It was you, Nicole Swift. Ah! You're the real assassin, aren't you, pal? That ain't so. I ain't never worn the that red raincoat. This red raincoat in question belongs to... John Doe. The raincoat's owner is Mr. Doe. That much has been proven. You're wearing something else, a different red hood. You mean there were two red hoodies, sir? Mr. Doe's last testimony was true, but we didn't find any other red raincoats. What Mr. Doe saw was a red hood, not a raincoat. Miss Swift, what was it you told us earlier about your parka? Oh yeah, you mean when I said I ain't worried about it getting all dirty? It's reversible, so all I gotta do is turn it inside out and ah! As I thought. Mr. Edgeworth, the inside of her parka is red! Yes. Indeed, and during the incident, She was using that side. What? Hey, pal, what's the big idea? You're wrong. I've been wearing it like this the whole day. Well then, will you allow me to examine your parka? What are you expecting to find? We know it was raining prior to the president's speech. I believe you said earlier. Well, I don't use raincoats or umbrellas. Come rain or snow, all I need is my trusty parka. If you really didn't turn your parka inside out, then the inside should be dry. Hang on a minute, I ain't taking off this heavy backpack and putting it back on again. Sorry, but can't we do this another time? You think you can fool Mr. Edward with that, pal? Alright then, pal, if we're really wrong, prove it. Show us the inside of the parka. It wasn't me. I ain't no assassin. Miss Swift, if you want me to believe that, then you need to cooperate with us. Will you please tell us why you wore the red side of the parka? I'm sorry, Mr. Prosecutor. I have my reasons, honest. I'll tell you everything. Just quit bullying me. Who said hold it? Whose voice was that? Hold on a sec. It's a little too early for this, for the end game. Why you got a neck brace? What's happening with your neck? He looks so dumb. Hey, you in the fancy suit. I mean, it's probably a neck brace, but still. Haven't you been jumping the gun ever since your opening move? This man was in Kay's photo. Oh, I guess I should introduce myself first. My name is what? My name is who? My name is Slim Shady. Alright, Revolver Ocelot, fucking relax! Horace Knightley, the president's bodyguard. Second in command of his personal security unit. Ah! Watch it, pal, that's not a toy. Oh, my bad. She just wants to come out and play. I can't seem to help it. Fucking Revolver Ocelot all of a sudden. Why do you have a gun if you're not a police officer? She's the lady of Zhang Fa. Only the president's bodyguards are authorized to use it. Anyway, back to business. Got some news for you. There's good news and bad news. Which do you want to hear first? Makes no difference to me. Do as you wish. You sure? I'm giving you the first move. Alright, I got you. I'll start with my pawn. It seems you enjoy chess. You play too, Mr. Fancy Suit. It's Edgeworth, and I do have a fondness for chess. And is that so? Well then, Chessmaster Edgeworth, I'll start with the good news. The president's safe. Not even a scratch on it. Really? That's great, pal. It seems that the young lady was not a murderer after all. Good for you, Nicole. But Whoa there, don't forget, there's still the bad news. The president is safe because his bodyguards protected him. Actually, I had nothing to do with it. It was the leader who protected him. At the cost of his own life. That would be the other bodyguard, Rook, was it? Yeah, that's right. Rook died to protect the president. What? Is that so? Rook is dead. What a shame. That means Nicole. Means that the little lady killed him, my brother in arms. That ain't true. I ain't a murderer. Whoa there, pipe down, little Miss Murderer. You seem a little bit too trigger happy, and that smile does not help you. Jeez, even if I had to make a sacrifice to protect the king. It was a pretty bad move. That castling? Sacrifices in castles. What's he talking about, sir? They're all chess terms. He's saying Rook's life was exchanged for the president's. A guy sure talks funny, sir. Horace Knightley, was it? What do you want? I'd like to examine the victim's body as soon as possible. If it's possible, I'd like to question the president. Sorry, but I can't let you do that. What? I got another piece of news for you, and this one's a doozy. Another piece of news. From here on out, this investigation will be handled by the Zhang Fa police. What? What's going on, pal? This case is under our jurisdiction. We have no right to interfere. I mean, it's castles, not cats. You're Prosecutor Edgewood, right? The President knows about you solving the Yatagarasu case. I'm honored. That's why the Chief Prosecutor designated you to be in charge of this case. It seems the Chief Prosecutor made a little appeal to the President. But, looks like you're the wrong guy for the job. I didn't know you'd have this kind of reaction. It's the President's orders. If you oppose, you'll cause an international incident. Capiche? Ugh. Hey, little lady, get over here. We'll continue your questioning inside the President's plane. No. I didn't do nothing. Hey, now, don't be a baby. You scared of a little Zhang Fa justice? Mr. Prosecutor, please. Please help me. Miss Swift. It's clear that Miss Swift was the person in the red hood. However, that doesn't mean that the whole truth has been revealed. I really didn't do it. Please believe me. Is it really alright for it to end this way? All I see is a girl with eyes full of fear, pleading for help. Certainly not someone who's committed a heinous crime. By standing aside now and do nothing, the truth will be lost into the darkness. Ah! Eh? What? What? What the? You! Silence! Silence! What the is an impolite way to greet someone? Your neck injury has yet to heal, and you've already forgotten. No, not you, not now. It seems you remembered. Hey, what are you doing? Cut it out, pal. You've got some nerve to do that right in front of a detective and a prosecutor. Stop! Stay out of this. He's out of your league. Mr. Doe, who on earth are you? I am not merely a simple ice cream salesman. You think? He's a professional assassin. His name is Shelly the Killer. Shelly the Killer? Shelly D. Killer. There's no one in law enforcement who doesn't know the name D. Killer. My headset's falling off. Give me a second. Fix my hair as well. Alright. The assassin who will carry out any request without fail. He was once involved in a case I handled. It's been a while, Prosecutor Edgeworth, although I do believe this is our first face-to-face meeting. The real assassin was you all along. That is correct. I received a request from a key individual to take the President's life. I said I've seen his face before in the case files. Curses. I was careless. I'm glad I hid a knife inside my bandage before I entered the park. Even though my calculations were a little off. A knife, not a gun. Now, Mr. Knightley, shall we play the game you love so much? Of course, the stakes will be your life. What do you demand? I want you to relinquish investigative authority back to Prosecutor Edgeworth. Investigative authority? What are you playing at? I simply want you to allow Edgeworth to continue his investigation. Huh? Why do you want that? Rook is an opponent who is connected to me by fate. I would like to discover the truth about his death. When that man died, the investigation authority was transferred to you. I'm simply asking you to give it back to this prosecutor. With your life at stake, this really isn't the time to be stubborn. Why you're just using the investigation to get close to the President. And what if I am? Indeed, in order to continue the investigation, it is necessary that we enter the President's plane. As the leader of the President's bodyguards, I won't allow it. Oh? I thought you were only second in command. Now that Rook's gone, I'm in charge. I'm not sure if you're as capable as Rook was. What are you saying? I'm totally the leader now. Very well. In that case, please exercise judgment befitting of a leader. You can lose your life here needlessly, or will you allow the investigation to continue? Using the investigation as an excuse. Why would he go to all that trouble? What is this man thinking? Prosecutor Edgeworth, I trust you have no objections. Let us continue the investigation. Edgeworth, what should we do, sir? For now, we have no choice but to accept his proposal. At least, we'll be able to investigate. But listen. Listen well, detective. I'll use the investigation to buy us time. Meanwhile, gather up all your men. Surround the president's plane so that he can't escape. Right. Roger that, sir. To be continued. Ooh, I like that. Dun, 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 dun. Don't want to continue this? Yeah, I want to continue this. I'll continue it. Death of the bodyguard, Ethan Rook, and the arrival of Shelley DeClear. A new development in the case has come to light. Under Knightley's direction, the door of the president's plane was open. After the paramedics attending Mr. Rook left, we set foot inside the plane, one by one. Oh my! Where would the president be? Who knows? It seems he's just behind that door. Still a coward, I see. You think he'd just show himself in front of a hitman? Haha, not a chance. Didn't I tell you already? My purpose here is simply to investigate the case. Well then, Mr. Prosecutor, we await your examination of the body. Right. For now, I have no choice but to obey and continue the investigation. The rest is up to Detective Gumshoe. Counting on you. An attempted assassination of President became the murder of the bodyguard. Hehe, looks like you could use some help, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I don't deny it, but... See? Exactly. And if that's the case, then I can't be helped. Let's leave it to the great thief K. Faraday. Right. So are you saying you can solve this case? Nope. Said with such certainty. Said I'll stick to being your support. Right, let's get straight to the investigation. Alright. We need to buy time for the police to prepare. I'll need to draw out this investigation for as long as I can. Two gas masks lay on the table, ready to protect against poison gas attacks. The president seems to be quite fearful of assassinations. This is the rumored gas mask. It's my first time seeing the real thing. Rumored. Among the great thieves. No, the Jam and Ninja. The children's program. During Princess Viola's wedding ceremony, the poison-tongued ninja Simon Cowell. I should stop listening to her so seriously. I never seems to pay off. An inflatable lifeboat with an oar sitting on top. Looks like it's ready to be used at any time. Hey, there's only one oar. Well, I guess you could try to paddle with your hands. An assortment of protective gear from bulletproof vests to hazmat suits. Wow, there's even a spacesuit. The president seems to be very protective of himself. But what happens if he gets shot and then he gets exposed to poison gas? And then on top of all that, he gets injected into space. We'll probably wear everything that you see here. That would be a sight to see. Hey, are you okay? It ain't me, I'm just a journalist. All I wanted was a scoop. I had never killed nobody. Well, you still haven't told us why you concealed the Parker from us. Well, that's because I thought y'all would get suspicious. Is that really the only reason? You gotta believe me, Mr. Prosecutor, I didn't do nothing. I won't tell you not to worry, but there's no need to be overly frightened. If you truly are innocent, I swear I'll prove it. Yeah, my mentor does believe in me. For the last time, Miss Swift, I am not your mentor. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Mr. Prosecutor, you'll always be my second mentor. That's not quite what I meant. Excuse me, Jesus. The president is just beyond this door. This door. I'm getting a sense of that is challenging me. Okay. There's no need to feel challenged by a door. But look at how big it is. All those electronic locks. It's challenging me to unlock it. Calm down and think it over. What is the purpose of a key? What is the purpose? What is the purpose? To unlock treasure. That's right. To unlock treasure. Was that the right answer? internal and external views of the plane are being monitored by these monitors. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Alright, what we got here? These monitors show the cockpit and the aircraft's exterior. There doesn't seem to be anything out of place. The middle one doesn't seem out of place to you? The monitor shows what's happening in this room. They got some pretty good tech. Is that so? I don't know much about these types of things. It even captures the fine lines around your eyes, Mr. Edward. Oops, my bad. Those are the usual wrinkles on your forehead. Okay. Is that all you wanted to say? Monitor show the cockpit. Oh, yeah. What's this thing? Oh, that's the president's precious stuffed animal. I don't really get it, but it's some kind of keepsake. Don't touch it. Precious. That's unexpected. Hey, it kind of looks like there's been a break-in. Indeed, the area it stands on does look a bit unnatural. Are those glass shards underneath the stuffed animal? This unnatural empty space. Perhaps... Is there another monitor here? The airplane. He must have wanted to know exactly when and where his enemies would attack. Well, against any opponent such as myself, it is all meaningless. Eh? You mean you could sneak onto the plane without being seen by security cameras? Yes, quite easily. How do you do it? Please teach me. Master. Shisho! Okay, who are you calling Master? And what are you trying to get him to teach you? I'm sorry. It's just, as a great thief, I felt like I couldn't let this chance slip away. I'm terribly sorry, but it is against my policy to accept any students. I see. That's too bad. What do you mean, that's too bad? Monitors show the cockpit and the aircraft's exterior. Oh, this is like the other part. Okay. The monitor shows the external view of the airplane. Indeed, as a prudent man, and quite foolish as well. To think that he would use such toys to challenge the killer. Master, please, teach me your strategies for avoiding security cameras. Okay, enough already. I'm sorry. Maybe next time then. There won't be a next time. These monitors show the... Okay, this is the... Okay, so I seen all of these. This one is like scrap, but it's whatever. And this is just the glass right here. President's precious... Oh. That starts have fallen underneath. Okay, that's about it. I won't rest until I've inspected every... Yeah. What the fuck is this? It's a collection of colorful personal security alarms. They all seem to have been used before. The president, he sure is a nice guy. He brought these security alarms to protect his wife and kids. Then why would he leave them all here? It's obvious that they're for his own personal use. Objection! A single person can't carry that many security alarms. Because a person only has 2 hands. That objection is worth 0 points. Okay, what about this? That's a heavy looking vest. The president's clothes must be made from some special fabric. Indeed, it's to protect against bullets. Wow, it even does that. Naturally, this is a bulletproof vest after all. Ooh. I think there's a bullet in it. Ah, so that's what it is. This is the first time I've seen one. You could have said something earlier. That really surprised me. What's here? I need some kind of official documents. I know it's a bit rude, but let's take a peek inside. This seems to be the security plans. Oh, undercover agents keep an eye on the audience. The president is our top priority. Oh, and then moving Rook to the left while Knightley's on the right. One must be able to repel any attack from the lake. Ah, this looks like the one we found earlier in the trash can. Yes, it does. But what's this? Something seems out of place. What's this? The details on the security plans were changed. Huh? Ah, you're right. Yeah, that's right. It was changed yesterday. President's orders. Why the sudden change? Because 2 days ago, the killer attacked the president. He disguised himself as a bodyguard. Rook was the first to notice he had already gotten close to the president. Jesus. Rook managed to stop him just in the nick of time. Rook grabbed his left arm and twisted it. Oh, damn. And then he fired one bullet square into his left arm. What were you doing at that time, Mr. Knightley? I was... If I remember correctly, the first person I took out that day was you. Oops. Was that a touchy subject? Shut up! So, back then... Your neck injury has yet to heal and you've already forgotten. No, not you! Not now! Since that day, I haven't been able to turn my head right. It sucks. To think that I would suffer an injury. Ethan Rook. You could say he was a most capable individual. Unlike this man here. What's so different about me and Rook? I believe you're about as different as a pawn and a queen. What? So you remember Rook's name because he was highly capable. Correct. While disguised as a bodyguard, I happened to hear his name. There was no way I could forget that name. Only a select few have ever been able to injure me. So this was the connection D-Killer was talking about. Kind of weird having D-Killer with us. And he's kind of just chilling. Security arrangements were changed. So that D-Killer would not be able to sneak in as a bodyguard again. Only President Su's most trusted subordinates would accompany him on the stage. In short, me and Rook. Okay. It appears your positions were also changed. That's true. He's now on the right side. Because I can't turn my head to the right, my position got changed to the president's left side. In other words, I was relocated to the right side of the stage. He can't turn his head right, so that would be... Oh, because he had to look out for the lake and shit. So he can only do left. Right? That's a gimmick? Alright, what we got here? Gambit. Strange decoration based off some strange animal is staring at me with strange eyes. There's a liver on the statue, see? Right here on his butt. There's a lever. That would be most unforgivable. Yeah? I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything by it. That lever most likely operates the trapdoor underneath my feet. Then that hatch is actually a pitfall trap. Hope you understand. It would be in your best interest not to pull that lever. When a killer talks about your best interest, it would be wise to do as he says. Alright, don't pull on it. Okay, so we got that out the way. What's over here? Next to the right shield, there's a canary in its cage. We're not going to talk about the right shield. Oh, it's so cute. I want one to be my partner. Partner? Of course. It can help me open locks and do other odd jobs at the crime scene. A great thief should always use nature to her advantage. I've heard the canary is being used to detect poison gas. Don't tell me... Sturdy life preserver rests against the table. It's an essential life-saving tool. Suppose this is a precaution in case someone accidentally falls into the ocean. The ocean, huh? Mr. Edward, how about we go together sometime? If you want to go, just go by yourself. Oh, don't be such a party pooper. Let's go visit the ocean. Think about the hot dogs and the shaved ice. It'll be delicious. You just want to go to the ocean to eat. Alright, I think we've done enough investigating around here for the most part. Oh, I haven't talked to them. I have high hopes for you. Please ensure you do not disappoint me. Understood. How is your investigation progressing? There's no need for your concern. It's proceeding smoothly. You remember how much I detest betrayal. All too well. I thought you would, so please don't do anything you'll regret. I have no choice but to obey him for now. Assassination. It was nuts. I'm being used to get an assassin onto the president's plane. If we didn't enter the plane, the investigation would have come to an end. You're not fooling anyone. I know what you're after. I believe I've already said that my only interest is the nature of Rook death. But what about the person who hired you to assassinate the president? Perhaps you have forgotten. I have no intent to carry out a job I deem futile. Very well. Let's continue the investigation. Splendid. I have the utmost faith in your abilities, Mr. Prosecutor. Alright, time for the body. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking cranny. Alright, what we got? We got the shield. This is a bulletproof, attache case? It's a tool bodyguards use to protect themselves from bullets. It can be seen in Kay's photo. It seems Rook and Knightley both had one. Ah, that's the scene I stole on film. You didn't do anything illegal in taking this. Anywhere, anytime, I'm always in the mood to steal. You just wanted to use the word steal, didn't you? Hehehe, have I been caught? Hello, Kay. The bullet pierced his body just below his armpit. Unfortunately, he was hit in an area his bulletproof vest didn't cover. Really seems like a well-aimed shot. The cause of death was most likely blood loss. The bleeding has stopped. The paramedics were called to treat Mr. Rook, right? I'm afraid they didn't make it in time. Seems the victim also carried a gun. He tried to shoot something. He may have drawn it out instinctively to return fire. We need to check to see if the gun has fired any bullets. It's still fully loaded. There's no evidence of any shots being fired. This gun is also from Zhang Fa, right? Ah, yeah. We were always issued the same model revolver. Alright. Anything else about him? If we pull that lever, they would both fall down, Mr. Rook and Mr. D Killer. Indeed, that would be most unforgivable. I wasn't thinking about pulling the lever. It's not like I want to be the hero who caught the killer. Okay, your inner voice is leaking out. Anything else about him? Maybe some logic can now be implemented? Oh my god, we have a lot of shit. The bullet went straight through the victim's body. Where did it go? Hasn't fired a single shot. Manufacturing Zhang Fa a 6-shot revolver. Ooh, it connects. These two guns, they're the exact same model. These guns came from Zhang Fa. Looks like all the bodyguards were provided with guns from Zhang Fa. Indeed. All those guns rare? No, not particularly. They're not easy to obtain domestically, but it isn't impossible either. What? I thought they were, they might be a treasure. Yes, it's unfortunate. Yes, yeah, it's unfortunate. Mr. Edgeworth, are you talking about treasure? Not quite. If it was a rare model, it would have been easier to identify. Even evidence can become treasure. I see, even during your investigations, you search for treasure. Well, I didn't quite say that. Okay, let's investigate. Where's the treasure? And suddenly she's motivated. Two bullets were fired. We know that from the number of gunshots. One hit the Steel Samurai balloon, and the other took Rook's life. But didn't a bullet also hit the president's bulletproof vest? Right, it doesn't match up with the numbers of shots. However, there is one way to solve this. One way. The bullet that stole Rook's life pierced through his body, and then hit the vest. In other words, Rook and the president were hit by the same bullet. I see. That's right. It'd be dangerous if he hadn't worn the bulletproof vest. Is the president alright? Even while wearing a bulletproof vest, you can still get injured. Yeah, the bullet's impact can still fracture your bones. But don't worry, he's fine. The president's trained himself like no other. Maybe the president didn't even need a bulletproof vest. I think that might be pushing it. I like to examine the bullet. There's a chance there may still be a ballistic markings. Ballistic markings? What's that? Ballistic markings are always left on left on a bullet. Each gun leaves a different marking. So if we examine the ballistic markings, we'll know which gun the bullet was fired from. You could say they're like a gun's fingerprints. I get it now. Let's investigate right away. I think that'd be difficult. The bullet was completely flattened when it hit the bulletproof vest. There's no way you could investigate the ballistic markings. What? I want to investigate them. Now then, I've grown weary of this investigation. Still no sign of Detective Gumshoe. Mr. Prosecutor, have you uncovered the truth yet? No, not yet. I see. In that case, would you like to speak with someone who is involved in the incident? Someone? Involved in the incident? You mean... Is there not one more witness just behind those doors? Of course, the president himself. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, please do the honors and summon the witness here. There's no chance in hell I'm letting that happen. You think you can just summon the president like a witness in court, huh? Mr. President, I'm sure you are watching all this through your security cameras. Would you kindly grace us with your presence? That is, if you value your bodyguard's life. I see. Mr. President, what sort of man leaves another to die on his behalf? Mr. President! Stop it! Take it easy, hey! Still nothing. Come on, Detective Gumshoe. Ah! What? The lights! My apologies, Mr. Prosecutor. But I wouldn't try anything if I were you. It seems I am unable to reach the president, even with Mr. Knightley's life. Stop! Ah! Okay, the killer, you! However, I have already seen the truth. Where is he? Oof. I leave the rest in your hands, Mr. Prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. March 2nd. March 25th. Did I pass out? Mr. Edgeworth, thank goodness you're safe. Mr. Edgeworth, are you okay? Okay, what about you? I just woke up myself. Mess throbbing a bit, but it's no big deal. Detective Gumshoe, what happened to the killer? The Swift came running out of the plane. He told us the killer made a run for it, but we were too late, sir. We heard from that bodyguard that the emergency lifeboat over there had been stolen. He's probably at the other side of the lake by now, sir. Didn't you seal off the park? The police were all called back to surround the plane. Right now, there's no one guarding the opposite shore. That means he succeeded in giving us the slip. Sure seems that way, sir. Mr. Prosecutor. Horace Knightley. It seems you also have had a narrow escape. Yeah, that sucked. That punk. Come to think of it, you found this near where you fell, sir. This is the killer's calling card. Looks like a message from him. He already leaves this card next to his victim's body. But you're not dead, sir. Perhaps this signifies something similar to a killing. Which reminds me, the last thing he said still bothers me. However, I have already seen the truth. I leave the rest in your hands, Mr. Prosecutor. Seen the truth. What did he mean? Yeah, it's safe now. What was that? The president will be making his entrance now. The president? This man is the president of Zhangfa, Di Junhong. You are? It is an honor to meet you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor. I am Di Junhong. I have heard of your deeds. You saved my country from a great crisis. Is he referring to the Yatagarasu case? I was simply solving a murder, nothing more. Such modesty. I have been observing your investigation. An astounding performance, despite allowing the killer to get away. Thank you very much. So he was watching through the security cameras. However, I regret that it ends here. What do you mean? Heed my words. Number 1! Foolish prosecutor. You should have already been informed by night. This investigation will be handed over to the esteemed police force of Zhangfa. Now that the killer is gone, they intend to take over the investigation. Hey pal, what are you doing? And what's with that attitude? Because of the killer and Mr. Edgeworth that... Enough, detective. Mr. President, I cannot agree to this. Why must the investigation be handed over to the country's police? Why, you say? Know your place, puny prosecutor. Must I explain my actions? Nay, I think not. You shall hand over all the evidence you've found so far and leave this plane at once. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, be a good boy and do as you're told. I cannot resist any longer. All the evidence handed over to Knightley. Why? Why won't he allow me to investigate this case any further? Now then, would you kindly take your leave? Knightley, place the suspect under firm restraint. I'm on it, Mr. President. An attempt on my life, the murder of my subordinate, such evil, such sin. I didn't kill nobody, I swear. Show your trap, lady. You dare question me, you dare stain this world with deceit. Should we pardon this sin? Nay, absolutely not. It is mostly unforgivable, my reason being. There's no mistake, the president is hiding something. If I turn back now, the truth will be lost forever. Mr. Edgeworth, is there nothing you can do? I remember the countless times I faced this dilemma in the courtroom. The lies of the witness, the rebuttals of the defense. I did not always have evidence to counter them. Nonetheless, I was still able to draw out the truth from them. That's right. My words alone are my weapons. Now then. Let's analyze the situation. Leave this place at once. This is the direct order from the president himself. He's not even listening. Hey, any rebuttal I give, he cuts off. When he has that forceful attitude, I'll need to watch the situation carefully. My opponent is the president of Zhangfa. I don't think he will show any weakness easily. His words may be overbearing, but I need to not be intimidated. If I observe his behavior closely, I should be able to read his emotions. First, I'll start by asking about his reasons for taking over the investigation. Now let's begin. A good opening line will put me in an advantage. Logic chess. Begin. Who's taking over the investigation? Explain your reasons. Who's taking over the investigation? Please allow me to confirm something about the investigation. Nay, I don't recall granting you permission to speak. I am president of Zhangfa. You shall not talk back to me. I'm not talking back. I am simply asking you for confirmation. This investigation will be taken over by the police of your country. Is that correct? Exactly. That is all I will say. Restrain yourself from making any more unnecessary comments. That's enough. Begin on this plane. This plane is tantamount to being the country's soil. You cannot do as you please. This plane. There's something significant about this plane or this place. Just remember this clue. Explain your reasons. I'd like you to explain your reasons for depriving us of our right to investigate. Impudent fool, hold your tongue. There's no reason that should be enough of an explanation for you. Perhaps that clue may be useful here. Is it connected to this place? Gathering from what you've said so far, does that forceful attitude of yours have some connection to this place? You insolent. Earlier you said that being on this plane is like being on your country's soil. From those words, I was able to deduce the answer, namely, that is, you wish to claim extraterrestrial rights inside this plane. Am I correct? That's enough. I shall brook no insolence. You seem unsettled. Your words are forceful, but I cannot overlook them. The moment I mentioned extraterrestrial rights, your face grew pale. In light of your brazen courage, I shall grant you an answer. That's right, I am claiming extraterrestrial rights inside this plane. However, what does that change? You are so powerless. There is nothing you can do about it. I see. Under intentional law, the plane would be considered part of Zhangfa. How convenient. If he wishes to stake this claim, then I shall question its validity. Hey. Next move will decide the outcome. He may be the president, but there is a hole in his logic. Let me break it wide open. Is your claim valid? Aren't you being too forceful? Permit me to say this. Don't you feel that your actions are too forceful? Who asked for your opinion? All you need to do is obey. Wait a see. Forceful is the wrong word. It is authority, leadership. So you arrested Miss Swift because you felt you had the authority to do so. Yes, that girl is a criminal. There is no room for dispute. No, there is plenty to, I could say. You're right, she is a criminal. Oh man, what? You're right, she is a criminal. No, she's not a criminal. There's plenty I could say. Wait and see. This doesn't feel like the right words. The shooting took place outside the plane. Only she could have done it. That's it. The shooting occurred outside the plane. This could be a very important clue. Is your claim valid? I challenge the validity of your claim to extraterrestrial rights. Do you truly understand? What is it you're saying? Of course. And I stand by it. You dare doubt my words. You have no shame. What should I be ashamed about? You're the shameful one. Wait to see. Such irredeemable ignorance, it troubles me greatly. There's no need to worry. I do not need to be saved. It is Miss Swift whom I wish to save from these false charges that you have laid against her. I admire your tenacity. However, your wish is unattainable. The extraterrestrial laws are unshakable. This plane is Zhangfa territory. It's time to use that clue. The gun came from outside. Indeed, I do not question your extraterrestrial rights inside this plane. However, you just claimed that the shooting took place outside the plane. Yes, if it didn't happen inside the plane, extraterrestrial laws do not apply. Your claim has fallen apart. Miss Swift's arrest is invalid. Impossible. To be bested by a mere prosecutor. I am the president. Checkmate, Mr. President. Man, when you have to think about like what to say, it's because it's like wait and see, what are the options, and like I was like literally when I got stuck with like 2 options, and then it's like wait and see, and I'm like, I had to run that through my head real quick, and I'm like, all right, that one looks like it'll tick him off, and then I read the second one, I was like, that one looks like it'll piss him off too, and I'm just like, wait and see. Mr. President, will you allow us to continue with our investigation? Kind of looks like Garfield. I yield. I will allow it. My heart is generous. My heart is tolerant and merciful. Therefore, as such, certainly thus we shall. It is our duty for our most noble cause. Gentlemen, now is the time. I, the president of Shangfa, for the sake of the investigation. Can we move on? This guy sure likes beating around the bush. Knightley, we have received the president's permission. Could you return our evidence? Here. Let me return all of the evidence. You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. Indeed. Now we can resume the investigation. Heh. It's funny how happy you are just because I gave you your precious pieces back. Now let's see how well you use them. Pay attention though. Here is my next move. Mr. President, may I make one more request of you? Would you please testify about the moment of the incident? Testify. Hey, hold on a second. That's your next move? Isn't that sort of thing you'd leave to the courts? Naturally, it's a courtroom's procedure. However, I still like to hear what he has to say. If he refuses to cooperate with the investigation, he will have to give a clear reason. Is there something wrong? Knightley, stand down. I shall grant the Honorable Prosecutor's request. I thank you for your cooperation. I keep thinking he's giving him the finger, bro. I'm like, yo, like, can we not with the finger? Number 1! Alright. No. Sorry, I don't know what's with that bit, but I'm loving it. President's testimony. Where was I when the incident occurred? Ah, yes, the stage. Number 1. Then Rook and Knightley suddenly appeared and stood in front of me. I have some dumb logic in my head going on. After that, I heard the gunshot and a red balloon bursting. And so, those two attempted to escort me into the plane, but then, the second gunshot. The bullet pierced through the Rook's body and struck my bulletproof vest. If that's the case, then the president is a victim too, right? It was an assassination attempt. Mr. Rook just happened to get caught up in it, unfortunately. But isn't it strange? Why would the victim want to interrupt the investigation? Of course, if this becomes public, it would cause problems. I see. There's still some deep dark secret behind the case, right? Certainly the president and perhaps Knightley too know of the secret. Without fail, I shall reveal it for all to see. Alright, I don't know what I need to go against. Where was I when the incident occurred? Yes, the stage. Then Rook and Knightley suddenly appeared and stood in front of me. No contradiction there. After that, I heard a gunshot and a red balloon bursting. A red balloon. You try my patience, prosecutor. That was not my intention. I just want to make sure your recollections are reliable. There were balloons on both sides of the stage, swelling red in the cloudy sky. As laid out to the security plans. Security plans. Ah, the ones from the bag. They stepped in front of me just before the balloon burst. And so, those two attempted to escort me into the plane. Attempted to escort you. What actually happened? That's right, attempted. Rook and Knightley raised their attached cases. That's the moment shown in case photo. They led me towards the plane. But then the second gunshot. The bullet pierced through Rook's body and struck my bulletproof vest. Cause of death, blood loss from a bullet wound in the chest. Bullet passed through his body. Hit by a bullet that passed through the victim, bullet was flattened by the impact. Bullet pierced through Rook's body and struck my bulletproof vest. When the bullet hit, what condition was the victim in? Oh, he was truly a man among men. Still groaning from the bullet's impact, he grabbed hold of me and dashed into the plane. So you entered the plane along with the victim. I am to be protected. Rook was to protect me. That was his role. He speaks firmly, but it feels like he's just dodging the question, sir. He's the president. That's to be expected. There doesn't seem to be anything out of place. Since he's also a victim, he wouldn't have a reason to lie, sir. So what he said should be nothing but the truth. On the contrary, there is one point that stands out to me as odd. Try to recall the state of the crime scene. Eh? Really? Show me the evidence. Oh, the balloon thing? Actually, yeah, let me see the balloon. Sage, the Rook appeared right in front of me after I heard. Yeah, okay. Sorry, let me just reposition myself over here. A red balloon burst. I'm afraid that's not the case. What? Please have a look at this piece. Please have a look at this piece of evidence. Can you see what has burst? No. This is... What exactly? It's the Seal Samurai War of Neo Tokyo. You do well to remember it. We wish to win the support of this nation's people. And don't forget the rival shield, the Gambit Ninja. The balloon that was ruptured by the bullet was no ordinary balloon. It was a Seal Samurai balloon. But according to the plans, there should have been 2 red balloons. It says so right here, and the security plan. So it looks like there are 2 round balloons drawn here. Niley, what is the meaning of this? Explain at once. Yes, sir. The Steel Samurai balloon was a last-minute replacement. That's what we were told. Seems that information didn't make it to the president. We ran into a little trouble during setup last night. One of the balloons that we had prepared burst. So you scrambled to find a replacement. Exactly. We just happened to run into a guy manning the stand in the park. He said he'd lend us a Steel Samurai balloon. He was kind of a poser. A stand. A Steel Samurai balloon and a poser. We pumped air into its red samurai pants to create the makeshift balloon. Ah. So the Steel Samurai balloon looked just like an ordinary red balloon. Is that what you mean? Riley, why was I not informed of this? Sir, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't think it was important enough to report. Couldn't you tell by just looking at it? I did not notice it. So he mistook the Steel Samurai's pants for an ordinary balloon. Was there a reason why you made that mistake? Oh! What now? A moment, please. I just remember now. I could not see the balloon very well. You couldn't see it. Exactly. At the time, the wind was strong. The flags on the stand were fluttering wildly and they obstructed my view. The flags. Did you not see the flags that were set up on both sides of the stage? Due to the strong wind, they were waving about just like this. So the strong wind was blowing at the time of the incident. The flags were fluttering wildly. Is there a problem with that? There is a problem. President Hong, you have my gratitude. Your testimony has helped uncover a new contradiction. A contradiction? You say? Yes, one that turns the very foundation of this case on its head. During my investigation, there was no wind at the crime scene, so the flags remained still. However, the flags were actually fluttering in the strong wind. This completely changed the meaning of that piece of evidence. Which evidence contradicts the state of the crime scene? The one with the bullet's trajectory. The gunshot rang out during the president's speech. The bullet struck the balloon. And also pierced through the national flag. I have previously deduced the bullet's trajectory using these facts. The assassin fired the bullet from the left side of the audience area. However, if the flags were fluttering about like so, my reasoning changes. Since the flag's position has changed, correct, the bullet trajectory must have also changed. And if we trace the trajectory of the bullet, we can tell who fired the shot. But Mr. Edgeworth, that person is... Indeed, I still don't understand why. However, it can be none other than him. By tracing the bullet's path, who was the person who fired the gun? The person who shot the bullet, or the balloon, was none other than you, Horace Knightley. What? Connect the bullet holes in the balloon, and the flag and the line of points to you. But the guy's one of the president's bodyguards. Why would he have shot the Steel Samurai balloon, sir? Preposterous. I agree with the detective. There is no reason. Are you saying Knightley, who has saved my... Jesus Christ. I've been burping like hard and it's just like palpate. Okay. Who has saved my life on numerous occasions and is an assassin. Prosecutor Edgeworth, I've had it up to here with you. My job is to protect the president. Knightley, control yourself. Sorry, sir. Prosecutor, indeed the wind was strong during my speech. However, the wind strength can change very quickly. Evidence. Show us evidence that the flag was flying at the moment of that gunshot. The gunshot occurred the moment the president raised his fist to the sky. The evidence that shows the moment is... Do I have something that shows the state of the flag? That shows the state of the flag. Do 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 do. That shows the flag, right? The evidence is in this photo. Interesting. And where is this photo exactly? Proof that the flag was flying in this area. Okay. Don't you see? The fluttering flag can be seen in this photo. No. There is no mistaking that. The flags were flying at the moment of the incident. So then, it really was the guy who shot the balloon. That wouldn't mean Mr. Knightley is the assassin. Horace Knightley is... the assassin? Naturally, he's the assassin. That is terrible. Yet, what would be the merit? The merit? What do you mean? Like he says, if I were the assassin, I need to have something to gain from it. Because the moment I kill the president, I'd be out of a job as a bodyguard. Okay, so he's not the assassin. Yeah, I was like, no, he would not be the assassin because Shelly was the assassin in the whole the promise. I just kind of was like curious. I was like, is it really though? Horace Knightley is not the assassin. The only thing he shot was a balloon on the opposite side of the president. He wasn't aiming at the president. Why then? Why was it necessary for me to do a thing like that? Depending on your answer, I might take aim at your pretty little head. Why was it necessary? I presume the reason is connected to the one thing that's felt out of place. The one who shot the balloon was the president's bodyguard, Knightley. Did I use logic? That face will change the entire viewpoint of this case. Yep, alright. Knightley's position. His head couldn't turn right. Plans were altered so he could stand on the right side. Bullet trajectory shows that Knightley shot the balloon on the right side. It says, the president was started during his speech. This was slightly... Oh, okay, that was it, okay. Why was Knightley's position changed? Because I couldn't turn my head to the right. My position got changed to the president's left side. In other words, I was relocated to the right side of the stage. Was that really the only reason? The president, if the plans had not changed and Knightley remained on the right side of the stage, Knightley can't turn his head to the right. Would he have been able to aim at the balloon on the left side of the stage? Perhaps the security plans were altered so that Knightley could shoot the balloon. If that's the case, what's this? Details of the security plans were changed. Yeah, that's right. It was changed yesterday. President's orders. Plans were changed on the president's orders. Now the logic? Yep, okay. There you go. Change of the security plan's assassination attempt. In other words, the president knew about the balloon being shot. He knew about the attempt on his own life. If you think about it that way, everything that's been out of place is beginning to add up. Why was the assassin able to get a gun past such tight security? Why was the assassin wearing a conspicuous red hood? Why did they use a laser sight that would so easily reveal the location? Why was the president so calm after being shot? This was the truth that the president and his subordinates tried to conceal. There can only be one reason why Knightley fired the gun. The entire assassination was a setup. Eh? Huh? Oh? How dare you? Do you seriously understand what you're implying with this? Of course I understand. In fact, now I understand everything. Mr. President, you wish to take the investigation rights from me. That was all so you could conceal the real truth. How dare you mock me with these spurious allegations? Mock you? That was not my intention. I simply used logic to uncover the truth. That is all. Knightley fired the first shot in order to rupture the balloon. Hearing the gunshot and the sound of the balloon bursting, the audience began to panic. This was followed by one more shot. Wait, one more shot? Yes, Knightley turned towards the balloon and pulled the trigger a second time. The second gunshot was also fired by Knightley to create the illusion of the second shot hitting the president. So what about the bullet that hit the president's bulletproof vest? What if the bulletproof vest had been prepared in advance? What's the matter, Mr. President? Afraid of facing a little bullet? That's not true. I was definitely shot. If we examine the bullet in your vest, it would answer the question for us. Will we find Rook's blood on that bullet? But the person in the red hood who shot me is in that photo. Weren't you listening, Mr. President? From the bullet's trajectory, the one who fired the shot must have been Knightley. Then Nicole, she too was part of the president's plan. She was to bear the blame and become the false assassin, the red-hooded figure. Exactly, I don't know how much of a plan Miss Swift knew beforehand. However, she didn't fire the gun. All she did was aim the laser pointer at the president's head. That's right. Once the crowd began to panic, you would turn your parka inside out, and thus the red-hooded figure vanquished. After that, discarded the gun and security plan in the trash, and the illusion of the assassin vanishing like a ghost was complete. With the assassin gone, the case would go unsolved. Plow. Yes, that was what he hoped for. That's why he wouldn't let Mr. Edgeworth investigate the case. Exactly. All of this was an asinine publicity stunt from a lying president. But you, ah! Oh, he was holding his breath. You were wrong. I revealed its true form. At last, your final form has been revealed. It is time to defeat you. The assassination is a lie, isn't it? Chief, why did he have to pick you? This should not have happened. Objection! Oh my god. The objection! Well played, Mr. Prosecutor. Prosecutor. Knightley. I am speaking with the president now. Thank you very much. You're a chess player. You know, knights always strive to protect their king. Don't do the revolver ocelot. Fucking move on. Just shut up now. Are you threatening me, Mr. Knightley? What's with this guy? Oops, sorry. I went over the top there. But on to business. As my first move, I want to ask you a question. You say I fired a gun on the stage, right? Then I should have been caught. The entire audience was watching. I see. Now it's my move. Use a certain object to prevent the spectators from seeing you. A certain object? What did Knightley use to prevent... that's easy. The case. The Atachi case. Exactly. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, by the way. My bad if it's not. Exactly. I'd like you to have a look at this photo Kay took. I bet you could also present the photo. Your right hand is completely hidden by the case. This photo captures the exact moment you secretly fired the gun. You used the Tachi. Oh, sorry, something came off my screen. All right. I like pressed one of my F keys and it just something appeared. Like my recorded things. Use the Atachi case as a screen. Why is he weirdly loud? Objection! You seem to enjoy making the convenient stories, Mr. Prosecutor. But you've missed something. What have I missed? That everything you said is just a hypothesis, a theory. Flags flopping in the wind, using the case as a screen. The security plans were modified because I can't move my neck. You've got no decisive evidence. Yeah, it'd be great if you had the bullet that hit the balloon. Then you could examine it and see if the ballistic markers match my gun. But that's that bullet's probably at the bottom of the lake. Finding it would be real tough, right? I hate to admit it, but it's as he says. There's no decisive evidence. There's no proof. The only thing you could do is shut up. So do so. Miss Swift. That's it. If she speaks, we could hear new testimony. Hey, lady, you got something to say? Oh, fuck. There we go. I thought so. Nicole. Don't be afraid. The truth will escape if you let that man intimidate you. You're a reporter. A journalist, are you not? I will not remain silent. You better consider your position. Use your head before saying something you'll regret. I forget the number one rule of journalism. Journalists must not tell lies. You can't call it a scoop if it ain't the truth. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm sorry. I've been hiding this the whole time. I used this laser pointer to aim at the president. That's all I did. I never fired the gun. You stupid woman. If you testify, you'll be admitting you're an accomplice. I don't care. I'm gonna tell him everything. 3 days ago, I was covering an event at the Zhangfa embassy. Then some of the president's men called me over. They said if I cooperated, I'd get an exclusive interview with the president. And the gun in the trash. I really don't know. All I was told was to come wearing a red hood and to aim the laser pointer. I never thought it would snowball into all of this. I'm really truly sorry. Nicole, thank you. That was a testimony worthy of the courtroom. It's sufficient testimony to verify the fake assassination plot. Damn you. The lot of you. You're all a bunch of mindless morons. It's a shame. If only you had been able to usurp the investigation as planned, you would have been able to silence this young lady. Blast! The face he had. So, tomorrow's headlines now read, fake assassination plan exposed, becomes a murderer. Right? Can't believe that you do something this horrible, pal. I admit nothing. The president. Knightley. That's enough. We have no choice but to admit it. So, Mr. President, you admit that you planned a fake assassination. Yes, I admit it. I'm sorry. But why? Why did you have to do this? My approval ratings in Jangfa have fallen. I wanted to appeal to them as a strong president who survived an assassination. But in the end, it was just a lie. A stupid lie. And the bullet in the bulletproof vest. Prepared earlier. It was not fired today. But what about Mr. D. Killer? It seems our plan was leaked. Someone wanted to make this fake assassination real. That's why D. Killer wore the red raincoat. He would impersonate the culprit from the plan in order to approach the president. But there's still one thing I don't understand. What's that? Why did Rook die? His death was not a part of this charade, and yet it really happened. Yes, why was his life taken? Ethan was an outstanding bodyguard. Even though he wasn't from my country, he had in my utmost trust. I wouldn't think that having the trust of a cowardly president meant that much, honestly. Hey, that's the same sort of bond between me and Mr. Edgeworth, pal. I wouldn't put it that way. Did Rook know of your plan? Not the exact details. I asked him to cooperate, and he refused. You should have listened to his advice. Yes, indeed. I wouldn't have done all this if I had known. You're being too dramatic. What? Rook was just one piece of the president's defense. Knightley. That's... And it's not as if he cooperated with your plan. I did. He ran away, taking whatever dignity he had left with him. Good riddance. I know you're a valuable bodyguard, but still... I don't have time for this, sir. I'm the team leader now. There's going to be a lot of changes now that the chicken's out. Or the chicken's gone. After all, adaptation is the most important principle in chess. I knew you always wanted to be the team leader. But, isn't this a bit imprudent? I will orchestrate even more perfect plans just like this one. You definitely have ambition. But wasn't your perfect plan today a failure? If it weren't for you and that idiot Rook, it would have been perfect. What did Rook do? If he hadn't died, D. Killer wouldn't have threatened me. You would have never set foot in this plane. How can you say such a thing? Yeah, he died trying to save you, Mr. President. Maybe he fulfilled his long life ambition. He died protecting the president. Huh? The assassination was fake, right? Of course it was. But you need to listen closely, little girl. Remember the guy who wanted me to make the fake assassination real? There were 2 gunshots at the time of the incident. The first was, as you said, a shot at the balloon. But the second one wasn't me. So who fired the second shot? The real assassin. But it wasn't the killer. He intended to attack the president with a knife, not a gun. The lucky winner was the hidden queen. Or should I say, the lady in the coat over there. Eh? You're accusing Nicole, pal? I ain't no assassin. Really, I don't believe you. The gun that was left in the trash. That was yours, right? I shot the balloon and entered the plane with Rook and the president. Rook waited in the cabin while I led the president into the security room. When I came out, Rook was already on the ground. The bullet that lady fired must have hit him while we escorted the president to the plane. The shot was fired from the gun you found in the trash. So you're saying you don't know exactly when the victim was shot? A nice job isn't to protect the Rook. It's to protect the king. Huh. What he's trying to say is that his job was to protect the presidents only. It's over if you lose the king. Checkmate. That's the first rule of chess. If you let your pieces get taken right in front of you, you're not likely to win. But I did win. Look, the president is safe. Don't claim victory when the game has only just begun. Alright. I read that and I did not see anything that could have. The balloon and enter the plane with Rook and the president. So the victim had no part in your plan. Yeah, that's right. He didn't even know it was all fake. So you're saying he thought it was a real assassination attempt? Ah, but you fired the gun right next to him. Wouldn't he have noticed? Maybe he did. Not that it matters now. Besides, even if he thought the assassination attempt was a fake, his duty was to protect the king. He made a split-second decision to sacrifice himself. The victim was truly a man of honor. Wrong. It was all part of my plan. He simply assisted in our little performance on stage. Rook waited in the cabin while I led the president into the security room. Why did you do that? The assassination was supposed to be fake. There were a lot of guests milling around outside. Milling. Wouldn't it be bad if the president who just escaped an assassination was seen lounging around and drinking grape juice? They didn't want to say wine, so they said drinking grape juice. Imagine the headlines. What was the victim doing at the time? How should I know? I was with the president inside the security room. Anyway, when I came out, Rook was already on the ground. Where did you find the body? About where he is now. He collapsed in the middle of this room. When I returned, the door to the plane was already closed. The bullet must have hit Rook right before the door closed. Talk about a hassle. It's all his fault that the plan failed. Nightly. That's too far. Even if he protected the king, he couldn't protect his honor. He was careless in his duty and he paid the price for it. This man is truly despicable. As I was saying, the bullet that lady fired must have hit him while we escorted the president to the plane. Weren't you both carrying the bulletproof attache cases? Yeah, when Rook noticed the laser pointer, we opened up those bad boys and became the president's shield. You're telling me the bullet slipped through the space between your shields? Are you claiming that Miss Swift has such precise aim? Well, she was targeting the president. I wouldn't say her aim is precise at all. The bullet was off target and just happened to hit the victim instead. Through the tiny gap between his bulletproof vest and the case. I don't want to believe it either, but they say the truth is stranger than fiction. Rook was hit by a one in a million shot, and you have the evidence to prove it. Shot was fired from the gun you found in the trash. Hold up. My eyes like itchy. So the second shot wasn't part of your plan. That's right. She did that on her own. You think about it, wasn't she desperate for a scoop? I'm a journalist. I ain't no murderer. Well then, who was the one who joined the plan in order to get exclusive coverage? I just realized what the contradiction is. It's just like you said. I orchestrated this fake assassination attempt. She was only supposed to aim the laser pointer. I guess it wasn't enough for her. She prepared her own gun and took aim at the president. She probably thought she... Oh my god. She probably thought she wouldn't get caught if she went on and shot me too. Nightly fired the first shot, and then Miss Swift fired the second one. In other words, Nicole also had a gun. I never thought she was the type. Without any proof, it's just pure speculation. Then bam, let's present some evidence. Okay, I got it. Last statement. Okay. Present. There's like 2 contradictions with this gun. One is the Zhang Fa gun. Two bullets were fired from this gun. Bro. So he shot the balloon and Miss Swift and shot Rook. Is that really true? I can't see it in any other way. The gun we discovered in the trash was fired twice. The number of gunshots don't add up. Why don't the gunshots add up? It's simple. This gun is fake evidence left behind by the real criminal. Fake evidence? Think about it. The criminal planted this for a reason. By finding the gun, we'd assume that the assassin was in the audience. In order to make us believe that the gun was used by the assassin, the gun needed to appear as if it had been fired twice. I get it, because 2 shots were fired during the incident. However, we proved that the bullet that hit the balloon did not come from this gun. Therefore, I have my doubts as to whether this gun also took Rook's life. Here it comes. You're packing some serious heat. Enough with the song and dance, you've come this far. Go ahead and say it. I won't just say it, I'll prove it. The one who really shot Rook is... Horace Knightley. You murdered Rook. Hey, you finally said it. Knightley, you couldn't have. The killer wasn't the only one who took advantage of the fake assassination plot. You intended to murder Rook and claim he was a victim of the assassination. Once Preston had entered the security room and the door to the plane was closed, only the victim and Knightley would have been left in this room. And at that moment, you fired a 3rd bullet directly at Rook. A 3rd bullet? Ha! Only 2 gunshots were heard. The numbers don't match up. The plane's walls are soundproof. If the door was closed, the gunshot would not have been heard outside. But wasn't the president in the next room? That's true. The president may have heard the gunshot. Mr. President, did you hear a gunshot? I didn't hear any gunshots. But weren't you watching this room through the security cameras? The cameras in this room aren't usually turned on. I turned on the power after I entered the security room. So you didn't turn on the power immediately after entering the room? No. Actually, what is it? It's not being clear. Mr. President, focus. This is vital. Please. I was hiding under the bed, covering my ears. What? But you knew the assassination was fake. It doesn't matter. I simply hate the sound of guns. That terrifying sound, I just can't help it. Just can't be like what? What? So it's just like that definitely ain't going in my article. Knightley, you saw the president hiding under the bed. Furthermore, you could tell if the security cameras had been turned on by looking at the monitors. In that moment, when the president wouldn't hear the gunshot or see the room, you had a chance to fire the 3rd bullet at Rook. Knightley, did you really? You deceived me. You really think I killed that moron? That's cold, Mr. President. Have a little faith in me. The bodyguard who's risking his life to protect you. I want to believe you. I really do, but I just don't get it. Why are you suspecting me alone? There's still the possibility that she's the killer. This gun is not the murder weapon. The number of missing bullets makes that clear. Maybe it was one short to begin with. Ever think of that? What? Maybe it was already fired a shot yesterday or the day before. And the 2nd shot was fired today. The one that hit Rook. Wasn't that just a perfect excuse? Excuse? The possibility exists. You can't deny that. He's right. I can't deny it completely. You need decisive evidence. Evidence so decisive that it makes my heart stop and my logic crumble. You got something like that? Mr. Edgeworth, can you do anything? At this rate, Nicole will... Mr. Prosecutor, it's true, I did an awful thing for a scoop. But I never killed nobody. I could never do a thing like that. Decisive evidence. That could prove that murder weapon was Knightley's gun. Proof it was his gun. Yeah, it'd be great if you had the bullet that hit the balloon. Then you could examine it and see if the ballistic markings match my gun. If we can find the bullet that took Rook's life, we can determine which gun fired the shot from the ballistic markings. If you got no evidence, then we're done. We're done talking. Hold it. What? You don't seriously have decisive evidence? Naturally. That's a big joke. Well, come on now, show us. What is this so-called evidence? The bullet that took Rook's life. That's the decisive evidence I need. This evidence, do I have it? I don't have it. Oh, wait! Maybe? I have the bullet, right? Here. Somewhere. If the canary doesn't sing, just shoot it. Or so the saying goes. Just as I hoped. I got a blast in a hole in you. Okay, I just gotta make sure. It'd be like that. I don't have it. Okay, it's game over, man. However, it is somewhere in this room. The bullet that killed Rook pierced through his body. So where did the bullet go? Earlier you explained it like this. The bullet that took Rook's life pierced through his body and then hit the vest. That's right. It'd be dangerous if he hadn't worn that bulletproof vest. However, now that the fake assassination plan has come to light, we know that the bullet in the bulletproof vest was prepared earlier. So then, where did the bullet go? Interesting. Very interesting. Do you have the answer? Do I have evidence that shows the location of the bullet that killed Mr. Rook? Yes. I hope, actually.
Take that.
The fuck was that? What the... In this room, there's one thing that's clearly missing. Something missing? You sure it's not your brain? I'd like you to look at the rack. I'd like you to look at the rack of security monitors. Ah, it seems you noticed, Mr. President. Among these images of the plane's surroundings, only the feed from the right side of the plane is absent. Don't you mean left side? Oh, the right side of the plane. No, I get what he meant. That's what's missing, a single monitor. Mr. President, there was originally a monitor here, wasn't there? That's right. Why is there a stuffed toy now? That must have been put there to hide the empty space where the monitor used to be. Why is the monitor missing and where did it go? Why? Undoubtedly because it was hit by the bullet. In order to make us think that the bullet really hit the bulletproof vest. It would be a problem if another bullet hole was discovered. So then, where did the monitor go? Where? It should be hidden somewhere inside this plane. There hasn't been a chance to dispose of it outside since it was shot. Detective Gumshoe, search this plane. Roger that, sir. President Hung, you said extraterrestrial laws apply into this plane. I will allow it. There is no problem. I just want to know the truth of Rook's death. Damn it, you think this is a joke? You're always like this. Rook this, Rook that. Detective, we have his approval. Go ahead. Mr. Edgeworth, I found it, sir. Good work, Detective. Now let's extract the bullet from the monitor. If I do this here, then do that. Got it. Well, it's definitely stained with blood. I'm certain this is the bullet that killed Rook. It's the bullet that will crush your arguments. Decisive evidence that blows a hole in your logic. If the ballistic markings on this bullet do not match the gun found in the audience area, Miss Swift will be cleared of suspicion. What's wrong? Cat got your tongue? Detective, we need to examine the ballistic markings. Send the gun and bullet to the forensics. Roger. You should be able to find clear markings on this bullet, sir. Excuse me. Now then, let's listen to the forensic report. Reporting. First, the blood on the bullet matches the victim's blood. So the bullet really did take Rook's life. Also, Horace Knightley's fingerprints were found on this gun. Knightley's fingerprints probably came from when he took all of our evidence. The real issue is the ballistic markings. If the markings don't match, Miss Swift will be cleared of suspicion. And the bullet's ballistic markings match this gun. What? They match? What? No way. There's no mistake. The bullet was fired from this gun. What? Huh? That's strange. Looks like I was right after all, naturally. Did you really think you had me cornered? You misread the board. The one who's been cornered is you. Alright, let's see what we could do. Knightley's logic. If the ballistic markings match the gun, there can be no doubt. The bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun you found in the audience area. Who could have used the gun? Not me, because I was on stage, but what about the lady reported in the audience? All the evidence points to that young lady as the assassin who killed Rook. No, it doesn't. Well, it's your move, Mr. Prosecutor. Where did you find the gun again? And which gun fired the bullet? At least we know it ain't me. This can't be happening. The President and I have admitted to the fake assassination plot. Now it's your turn to admit who the real criminal is. This doesn't make Nicole the criminal. Don't get riled up, Kay. Let him have his say first. After he's done, he won't be too late to begin our counterattack. Alright, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright. The ballistic markings match the gun, there can be no doubt. The bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun you found in the audience area. Who could have used the gun? Who could have used that gun? Who? Indeed. You already know the answer, you just don't want to admit it, huh? I know the feeling. It's probably like how I felt before. Feeling so irritated, you're just itching to pull the trigger. But this ain't the time to be joking around. Only one person could have used that gun. Not me, because I was on stage, but what about that lady reporter in the audience? You have proof that Miss Swift fired the gun. Whoa there, didn't the boys in blue already prove that? But Nicole's fingerprints weren't found on the gun. Yours were all over it, pal. Well, that's because I was handling all the evidence earlier. If that lady isn't the killer, who else could it be? You were the one who cornered the assassin in the audience. Capiche? In fact, from every angle on the board, all the evidence points to that young lady assassin who killed Rook. I don't recall that being proven. Well, what exactly have you proved? Oh yeah, you proved that I fired the first bullet. But you're forgetting one crucial thing. Why were you called here in the first place? That's obvious, pal. We came to find the truth. Do you consider the worsening relationship with Zhang Fa to be the truth? No, your purpose here was to solve the attempted assassination incident. My purpose here is for me to decide. It is not for you to be decided by the likes of you. Whatever, if you spend all day arguing like this, the case is gonna go unsolved. Just give it up already. The real criminal is that lady over there. No, that real criminal can be none other than this man. Ballistic markings match the gun we discovered in the trash can. When did Knightley have the opportunity to touch the gun? It could only have been when I handed over the evidence. Mr. Edgeworth, is there anything we can do? Our reasoning up until now has not been wrong. This is an obstacle we'll have to overcome. But doesn't he have the decisive evidence? A testimony born from lies will always contain a contradiction. Firstly, I need to press Knightley for more details. No, that's... Okay. Didn't you say it earlier? This is the decisive evidence. Well, how does it feel to have a hole blown through your reasoning? The ballistic markings match the gun we found, so... Does that mean Nicole really was the shooter? I'd like to believe otherwise. But he's got the decisive evidence on his side, sir. Indeed. How should I proceed? If Miss Swift isn't the killer, then the ballistic markings should not match. Thoughts, Ken? If the evidence is impossible, then maybe we should doubt the evidence itself, right? Doubt the evidence. Nicole's definitely not a criminal. So if the evidence says that she's a criminal, there must be something wrong with it. You seem awfully sure of himself. It's a great deep intuition. Intuition. Still, it's quite possible. Above all, Miss Swift doesn't seem like the type of person to tell such elaborate lies. Cord, the evidence is everything. And yet, here I am doubting it. Which evidence do I doubt? No. No. Because it matches the gun, so it would be the gun. The bullet itself... Which evidence do I doubt? The gun? If anything's suspect here, it can only be the gun. The bullet was discovered just a moment ago. It couldn't have been tampered with yet. Did Knightley have a chance to tamper with the gun? You shall hand over all the evidence you've collected so far and leave this plane at once. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, be a good boy and do as you're told. I cannot resist any longer. That's it. He could have tampered with the gun at the time. There's no doubt that this gun is the real murder weapon. In that case, the owner of this gun is... must have switched the guns. Without a doubt, this is Knightley's own gun. The bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun you found in the audience area. Who could have used the gun? Not me, because I was on stage about a reporter later. All the evidence points to that. Who could have used that gun? That's wrong. See the point of your testimony. You think you're any better? Always rambling on and on. You're the one who can't make a straight point. Sure have the capacity for this, mentally speaking. Who could have used the gun? The bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun you found in the audience area. Ah, fuck. Stage both. I'm just pressing on everything. Yeah. There's a glaring contradiction in your testimony. That's so. The only flaw I see is that it's just too perfect that there's no contradictions. Better wipe that board clean, Mr. Prosecutor. It looks like you're out of your league. I can't argue with that. I fucking... pressing on everything with this gun. Did I press on this one yet? I have no idea. Let's see. The bullet that killed Brooke was fired from the gun you found in the audience area. Knightley, you. Okay. You're the one who should hold it. You proved it yourself. Don't tell me that you're going to betray your own logic. The bullet is stained with the victim's blood, so it's clear it took the victim's life. And the ballistic markings match the gun we found in the trash can. Nice, nice. Your face betrays your thoughts, Mr. Prosecutor. That's right, he'll get away. Now that you've got a firm grasp of reality, it's time to take the next step. The link between the gun and the bullet is clear, so... Who indeed? You already know the answer, you just don't want to admit it, sir. Admit it. I know the feeling is probably likely to fall before. Feeling so irritated, your figure. But it's a joke, okay. You have any proof that Miss Swift fired the gun? Whoa there, didn't the boys in the blue already prove? But Nicole's fingerprints weren't found on the gun. Yours were over in the POW. Well, that's because I was handling all the evidence earlier. If that lady isn't the killer, who else could it be? You were the one who cornered the assassin in the audience. Capiche? Da-da-da. Only points to the assassin Rook. So how do I hold this? What? Markings match, however. You just don't know when to quit. Are you secretly having doubts about the evidence? You should know better than anyone that the evidence never lies. Besides, don't you know it's against the rules to yell "hold it" during chess? He's avoiding my question, but I can already see the answer when we handed over the evidence to Knightley. He switched his own gun with the one we found in the trash can, so it's only natural to the ballistic markings match. Looks like your turn's over. It's my move now. Ballistic markings match the gun. Why is it popping this up? Oh shit. Sorry, I was like trying to see something about one of my buttons pressing something. I don't know what the hell was that about. Okay. Man, what is the fucking statement, man? Did I not press on that earlier? What? Knightley, you fiend, you switched the guns. The gun that matched the ballistic markings was yours all along. Heh. Interesting choice of move you made there. The switch occurred at the time you seized the evidence. When we were arguing with the president over the investigation rights. You detached the laser sight from the gun found in the audience area and attached it to your gun. Then when you returned the evidence, you gave me your own gun. Did I do that? Did I do that? So, what you're saying is that I knew you'd want to examine the ballistic markings. Indeed. Staying one move ahead of your opponent, isn't that the fundamental rule of chess? Alright, Revolver Ocelot. I'm glad you feel that way, Mr. Prosecutor, but you're giving me too much credit. Besides, can you even prove I pulled the old switcheroo with the guns? Fuck. The gun happens to be the same model as mine, pure coincidence. But take a closer look. Only one of them has a laser pointer attached to it. Check the number of bullets left in the chamber, only 2 shots fired, see? There's no evidence that that I switched the guns, right? Giving you too much credit. That hardly sounds like something you'd say. Guess I'm just more modest than you. Well, except when I'm in the front of the chessboard. But we're not in the front of a chessboard. That's too bad. Don't use that as an excuse later. I didn't lose the game. I just couldn't find enough evidence. You're the one who should have an excuse ready. You didn't beat me at chess. You only found the evidence. They are just chess nerds arguing with each other. The guns, so the gun happens to be the same model as mine. Pure coincidence. But take a closer look. Only one of them has a laser pointer attached to it. You attach the laser pointer to the gun yourself. Oh yeah? Prove it. Show me the evidence. Well, that. You can't go around calling people liars without proof. Didn't your daddy teach you that? On that point, I've got evidence on my side. Check the number of bullets left in the chamber. Only 2 shots fired, see? Something's been bothering me for a while now. What about the chamber on your own gun? My woman here, now that you mention it, it should be only 1 then, right? I've been firing it off for a while now. Every time he fires, he reloads the gun. There's no way to check its status from the time of the incident. That's it. In order to switch the guns, he would have needed to reload the bullets. Nightly is barehanded, and he can oh my god! And he had no time to put on gloves when the switch was made. Well, I think it's about time for you to resign. How about it, Prosecutor Edgeworth? There's no evidence that the switch of the guns happens. Did it show bullets or? Oh wait, what did it show on this? Okay, it was the gun. It was the gun. I was like, wait. That evidence is this. You call that evidence? Prosecutor Edgeworth, you're trying too hard. Certain traces were left on this gun. Traces that prove this gun belongs to you. Show it to me. What kind of piece you got? A rook? A bishop? It better not be a pawn. The traces Knightley left on the gun are the fingerprints, the ballistic markings, the bloodstains, the fingerprints. You left your fingerprints on this gun. Fingerprints? Ha! That should be expected. I handed the gun earlier when I seized your evidence. Of course my fingerprints are on it. Of course my fingerprints are on it. I should have said it like that. But what if the fingerprints are in a place they should not be? What? That's not possible. Allow me to show you. There is one place where your fingerprints should not be. This piece of evidence will deal the final blow to your king. Here, Detective Gunshoe, please have a look at the cylinder. Few shots were fired, sir, but where would the fingerprints be? You made the switch when you seized the evidence earlier. However, if all you did was switch the guns, you would have been found out right away. That's because the number of bullets fired by the 2 guns are different. The gun found in the audience area had fired 2 shots, sir. Then what about the Mr. Knightley's gun? He fired 2 shots at the balloon when he was on stage. And later, 1 shot to kill Rook. 3 shots in total, not counting the number of shots he's fired since then. And oh my god, and after each of those times, you would reload the bullets. Tell us, Knightley, were you wearing gloves when doing that? I love. Officer, in your report earlier, where were Knightley's fingerprints found on the gun? Sir, the prints weren't just found on the outside of the gun. They were also found on the bullets as well. If all you did was handle the evidence, why would your fingerprints be on the bullets? With this, it has been proven that you switched the guns. The gun which fired the bullet that took the victim's life. It belongs to you, Horace Knightley. You're the one who stole Rook's life. You are the true assassin. I'm... Checkmate. I was going in with that fucking revolver ocelot. Eat your heart out. Yo, I think a ration just fell. I think a ration just fell on his head too. An actual Metal Gear reference? A ration? I should have been made leader. Me, Rook, that piece of scum. If it hadn't been for him, I would have had complete control over everybody. My assassination plan, it was perfect. My plan was perfect. Detective Gumshoe, if you please. Roger that, sir. Edgeworth! This game isn't over yet, you hear me? Aye. That's enough. The rest of this game will continue in the courtroom. Damn it. Damn you. Let's go, buddy. March 25th, 5:12 p.m. Growl Lake Park stage. You have my gratitude. You exposed the murder amongst my bodyguards, and for that, I am truly in your debt. As soon as he stepped outside the plane, he reverted back to his king-like persona. Some time ago, when I proposed the fake assassination plan, you want me and not Rook? Rook declined, so I am asking you. What do you say? Alright, let's do this. I'll come up with the perfect plan. I can even use that guy as a chess piece. When Knightley said that, his eyes were overflowing with hatred towards Rook. Frankly, I was quite anxious about asking Knightley instead of Rook. Now that I recall those events, he probably sensed the anxiety in my countersense. Perhaps that is what gave him the impetus for murder. Mr. President, if you had not orchestrated the fake plan, this would not have happened. That is your sin. A sin that you won't disappear. That won't disappear. Yes, you are absolutely correct. You have my sincerest apologies. I too must bear some responsibility for this. Even so, I am most grateful to you. I thank you for solving the mystery of Rook's death. I am scheduled to stay in this country for a little longer. But if any of you ever wish to visit the Republic of Zhangfa, you will always be welcome. Oh Lottie. Thank you. I'm so happy for you, Nicole. You were set up as the suspect for the murder. Still, your involvement with the fake assassination plan remains a fact. You will have to submit to police questioning later. You should know that there's still a possibility you may be charged with some crime. Yeah, I know. Sorry about all this. I understand you want to catch a scoop, but there's a line that should not be crossed. I hear you. I promise to reflect on this. We did it, Mr. Edgeworth. That was awesome. Prosecutor Edgeworth solves presidential assassination attempt. Gonna be big news. Big news. Mr. Prosecutor, would you mind telling us how you feel about solving this case? That was certainly a quick change of attitude. No comment. Aw, don't be so ordinary. The reason is because this case is not over yet. Huh? Not over? What do you mean, sir? What shows that this case is not over yet?
Take that!
The killer card. The killer still hasn't carried out his request. You mean killing the president? I hope this doesn't turn into a larger incident. Excuse me. An assassination attempt on the president of Zhangfa. News of this incident spread across the entire country. The mass media also hounded me as I began to prepare for the trial of the Horse Knightley. Everyone had seen the news and everyone was talking about it. However, amidst the commotion, nobody noticed that the game had only just begun. The end to episode 1. Alright, we did it. We did an episode. All I know is when it comes to next week, maybe that's when it's gonna start being like half the episodes and shit like that. Because honestly, doing like almost 4 hours fucking is killing my throat because of all the reading. And then my brain is also fried because I'm stupid. But other than that, I think it's a good stopping point for some of our stream here. I had fun. I kind of like the new mechanics they added this, which was what the logic chess thing. Logic chess, no, something else. I already forgot. It was logic chess, and I think it was just logic chess actually. I don't know if there was anything else. But that was fun. Getting to see some returning characters again was also really good. I can't wait for the rest of this game. It's gonna be some fun times doing some Phoenix Wright Saturdays again. Other than that, yeah, I'm gonna call it a stream. Bye, Jenny.